will start tomorrow afternoon. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
When we come back, I'll introduce you to the starting lineups. After that, we'll have the first pitch of the game. Great to have you with us tonight. Braves and Phillies coming up on the Braves Radio Network.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
You know what my favorite thing about Braves games are? Everything. The crowds and the food and the baseballs and the food and the cheering and the food. Kind of like how everything at Cortland's Apartments is my favorite. Hi, I'm Cordy, Cortland's spokespug, here to tell you about the awesome live and play spaces at Cortland and the amazing resident service. That's probably why they were ranked #1 apartment brand on Reputation.com. Cortland, proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Find your new apartment home at Cortland.com.
The original Louisiana brand hot sauce. It's the perfect balance of peppers, vinegar, and the salty tears of Mets fans. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some.
Hey everyone. At my age, I worry that a sore shoulder could mean surgery. That is until I went to Peachtree Orthopedics. My doctor told me over 90% of their patients get better without surgery. And that put me at ease. Then I got the right diagnosis, started physical therapy, and now my shoulder feels great. Don't waste any more time with an injury. Visit PeachtreeOrthopedics.com so you can get better.
Braves fans, this is Mike Morgan, founder and CEO of 13 Heroes. Like you, I was devastated when tragedy struck in 2021, killing 13 U.S. service members in Afghanistan. From then, I immediately founded 13 Heroes for a way to give back to the families who lost their loved ones. 13 Heroes is a premium, award-winning line of spirits with the purest and smoothest liquid on the market. Please help turn tragedy into legacy by picking up a bottle of 13 Heroes at your local bottle shop or visit 13heroes.com. Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Hey Braves Country, it's Tom Glavine, and when my ride needs a wash, I trust the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves, Tidal Wave Auto Spa. With hundreds of convenient locations, all-star customer service, and cutting-edge equipment that gets my ride sparkling clean in just 3 minutes, Tidal Wave is a game changer. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com to find a location near you.
My car is happy, I am happy, Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
Hey, Braves fans, don't get tricked into following the baseball season or the Atlanta sports scene anywhere else. Listen to Cellini and Domino weekdays 10 to 2 on 680 The Fan.
Back in Philadelphia, final game of this series, Braves and the Phillies, Game 4. And the Braves looking to avoid being swept, need a win tonight. And time now for the starting lineups powered by Georgia Power, the official electric energy partner of the Atlanta Braves. We'll start off with the visiting Braves, losers of 3 straight. Braves managed by Brian Snitker and a record of 61-75, so that puts the Braves in 4th place in the East, 18 games back of these Phillies. Leading it off for the Braves this evening, left fielder Jurickson Profar. Batting second, first baseman Matt Olson, and hitting third, designated hitter Ronald Acuna Jr. Batting cleanup, second baseman Ozzie Albies. Hitting fifth, center fielder Michael Harris. Batting sixth and playing in right field, Eli White. Batting seventh, third baseman Nacho Alvarez. Batting eighth, catcher Sean Murphy. Batting ninth, it's the shortstop Nick Allen. And on the mound, right-hander Hurston Waldrop, seeing the Phillies for the first time in his career. This season, he's 4-0 with an 0.90 ERA. He's pitched in 5 games, and the Braves have won all 5. So this will be a big test for Waldrop. Again, for the Braves, it'll be Profar, Olson, Acuna, Albies, Harris, White, Alvarez, Murphy, Allen, and Waldrop on the mound. Now for Rob Thompson's Phillies. They've won 3 straight. They're looking for their 80th win of the season. They're 79-57. They have a 6-game lead in the division coming into the action today, and Trey Turner leads it off for the Phillies. He's playing shortstop. Batting second, designated hitter Kyle Schwarber, and batting third, first baseman Bryce Harper. Hitting cleanup, catcher J.T. Romuto. Batting fifth, third baseman Alec Bohm. Hitting 6th for Philadelphia, left fielder Brandon Marsh. Batting 7th, right fielder Nick Castellanos. Batting 8th, center fielder Harrison Bader. Batting 9th, second baseman Bryson Stott. And on the mound for the Phillies, the left-hander Jesus Luzardo. He's 12-6 with a 4.23 ERA. This will be the third time the Braves have seen Luzardo this season. So once again for Philly, it's Turner, Schwarber, Harper, Romuto, Bohm, Marsh, Castellanos, Bader, Stott, and Luzardo on the mound. You know who's in there? They'll be on the field when we come back. Braves and Phillies, final game of this series, and it's next on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
What's the best kind of money? Well, how about instant money? With Quick Win's Instant 50 promotion, you can win a progressive jackpot instantly and win $50 instantly just for playing. Now through September 14th, there will be 2,000 instant winners a week. Look for the prize alert on your ticket and listen for this sound.
You're a winner!
That means you won $50 on the spot. It all ends September 14th, so hurry and play Quick Win from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
Summer in the South means a few things. Baseball, grilling out, and Vidalia onions from Schumann Farms. Vidalia onions are the champagne of onions. It can only be a Vidalia if it's grown in a specific region of South Georgia where the soils are just right for providing that signature sweetness. So look for Schumann Farms Real Sweet brand Vidalia onions at your local grocery store this summer and enjoy the champagne of onions. Flavor guaranteed. Special occasion optional. Schumann Farms, the Georgia family farm growing tradition and the world's sweetest onions.
Thank you, Doubletree Suites by Hilton at the Battery Atlanta, for being a preferred hotel of the Atlanta Braves. Conveniently located within walking distance to the Atlanta Braves Stadium. Book your next stay at the Doubletree Suites by Hilton at the Battery Atlanta.
Nothing is quite as American as supporting the home team. At Quikrete, it's what we've been doing for over 80 years, making products that give homeowners and contractors the confidence to quickly and easily knock out their to-do list. So, whether you need to set a fence post, make a repair, or replace your patio, you can count on the yellow bag of Quikrete concrete mix to help you get the job done right. Pick up the Quikrete yellow bag at your favorite home improvement center. Quikrete, it's what America's made of.
Braves fans, everyone's first pick for ice cold refreshment is back at McDonald's. The Braves Frozen Fanta, a winning blend of Frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry and Frozen Fanta Wild Cherry. It's the MVP of flavor. And right now you can get a medium for only $1.99. That's what I call knocking your cravings out of the park for a grand slam of a deal. Their drinks, then their drinks from McDonald's.
Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola and Fanta are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
Fall's coming fast, Braves country, and deer season's right behind it. Whether you're learning a new lease, planning a public land trip, or headed to deer camp like you have for years, the OnX Hunt app is your ticket to a better hunt. See public and private boundaries, drop trail cam and tree stand waypoints, map access routes and road systems, and share it all with your hunt crew. Even with no cell service, OnX shows all of your content, boundaries, and your exact GPS location. Download the OnX Hunt app from your app store and get after your best fall yet.
Hey everybody, Buck Bellew here. When the Braves don't play at 7, join me for the new Buck Bellew Show here on The Fan, 680 and 93.7, home of the Braves.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the peril.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you, the gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
eBay has reinvented vehicle buying. From click to curb, everything's covered. Ever try to buy a car online and end up in a parking lot with a stranger and some blind trust? That era is over. Now with Secure Purchase, eBay isn't just where you find your car. It's where you buy it, start to finish. Title, financing, registration, delivery, it's all built in. This is the modern way to buy your next ride on eBay. eBay. Things people love. Secure Purchase is powered by Caramel Dealer Services, LLC, an eBay subsidiary.
Here we go. Count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount+.
This is incredible.
Watch your local NFL game live all season long.
And he's in for a touchdown.
Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today.
Lowe's has the Labor Day deals you need to give your home a new look.
Buy one, get one free. Select interior paint.
Fans, a next-day instant savings on sets of select tires, plus a free alignment and a free oil change. The more homers the Braves hit, the bigger the deals at Tire Discounters. Learn more at braves.tirediscounters.com. Braves coming out of the third base dugout tonight wearing the traveling gray uniforms. Gray tops, gray pants, red lettering, red numerals outlined in navy. Atlanta across the chest on top of the red tomahawk. Meanwhile, the Phillies wearing their home white uniforms, white tops, white pants, red pinstripes, red lettering, red numerals outlined in white, and Phillies across the chest of those uniforms in cursive. Folks, cash in on the baseball action with Prize Picks, the official daily fantasy sports partner of the Atlanta Braves. Download Prize Picks and use code BRAVES. Get $50 instantly when you play $5. You must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. Here's the leather for Philadelphia as they fan out across Citizens Bank Park. Bryce Harper is at first base. Bryson Stott is the second baseman. Trey Turner, last night's hero for Philly, is at shortstop, and Alec Boehm is their third baseman. And the outfield for the Phillies, Brandon Marsh is in left field. Harrison Bader patrols center field. Nick Castellanos man's right. The catcher is J.T. Realmuto, and the pitcher is the lefty Jesus Luzardo, a man the Braves have seen many times in his career. In fact, tonight will be the 10th time that the Braves have seen him, and it hasn't always been in a Phillies uniform. Remember, he was with the Marlins prior, and he was traded to the Marlins, or from the Marlins, I should say, to the Phillies in December, this past offseason. So this is his first year with the Phillies, and Darren, we've seen him twice. The Braves have won both those games, but a pretty good arsenal of tricks. And if you've seen him in recent years, slightly different variation of a pitcher recent years compared to this season.
Yeah, that's correct, Ben. Luzardo was always a big prospect, very promising left arm, threw hard, and had really good stuff, but he wasn't very consistent, didn't control it in the strike zone. And his pitch mix just wasn't optimized. So this spring training, with the help of Phillies pitching coach Caleb Cotham, he added a sweeper to his arsenal, and it's just taken his game to the next level. And he's really been pitching well. You know, he'll still have a few blow-ups, but he's really kind of fine-tuned his game. And he's going to be a tough matchup for these Braves here. Along with that sweeper, he also has a four-seamer. He likes to throw at the top of the zone, has a sinker, a changeup, and still keeps the old slider he had. He uses that more against right-handers than left-handers.
So lots of fastballs and sweepers from this left-hander Luzardo. He'll be facing Jurickson Profar, Matt Olson, and Ronald Acuna in the top of the first inning. Jurickson climbs in, and now for the ball game. The first pitch is called strike, starting up at 7:12 Eastern, 6:12 Central, and 77 degrees. Got a beautiful night here in Philadelphia. Been blessed with some really good weather here on the south side of the city this week. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That'll be sent foul by Profar. It's 0-2. Behind the plate calling balls and strikes is Carlos Torres. First base umpire is Brock Ballou. The second base umpire and crew chief is Alfonso Marquez. And Lance Barrett is the third base umpire. 0-2 on Jurickson Profar. Here it is from Luzardo. And he swings and misses right over the top of that breaking ball low and in. Introduced him to that sweeper. And that was a pretty sharp pitch.
Yeah, baptized him there. And that fastball is nothing to shake a stick at. It's 97. So you're going to have to make an adjustment. You know, if he's putting that sweeper where he wants, it's going to be a tough pitch to hit.
The time of the first pitch tonight brought to you by Schumann Farms. Look for real sweet brand Vidalia onions from Schumann Farms in a store near you. Matt Olson takes the first pitch strike. That was right at the knees there with a fastball at 97. Luzardo, 6 feet tall, 220 pounds. The lefty from Parkland, Florida, 27 years old. 0-1 to Olson on a chopper to second base. Coming up with it, Bryson Stott. Easy throw over to first base and 2 quick outs here in the top of a scoreless first inning. That'll leave it in the hands of Ronald Acuna, who's the DH tonight. For Luzardo this season, impressive numbers. A 12-6 record, a 4.23 ERA. This is his 28th start of the year. The 12 wins, already a career high for him. And the last time he was on the mound, got a no decision in a game the Phillies lost at New York on the 26th. Won just 4 innings in that game, gave up 4 runs on 5 hits. Acuna takes the ball high, started him off with a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. 2 starts ago for Luzardo, he had a dozen strikeouts. That's his season high. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Acuna. Ronald takes the ball high. Phillies have gone 15-12 this season in games Luzardo has pitched in. And like I mentioned, the Braves have seen him a lot. This is his 10th career start versus the Braves. 3-4 with a 3.86 career ERA against Atlanta. 2-0 pitch. Nothing wrong with that. Able to get a sweeper over for a called strike, and it's 2-1. For Luzardo, 2 starts against the Braves this year. Braves have won both of them. There's a ball inside. Came low and in with a sweeper. Luzardo has been good against the Braves this season. Just 3 runs allowed in 11 innings. But like I mentioned, Braves found a way to win both of those games and hoping for the same tonight. 3-1 pitch and a ground ball to second. On the other end, Bryson Stott. He's got it, sends it to first, and it's a 1-2-3 top of the first inning. So the Braves go quickly in the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Braves nothing, and the Phillies coming up when we come back.
Hey, Braves fans, some things just get better with time, like your love for the Braves and banking with Truist One Checking. It's checking for life, offering everyday essentials like no overdraft fees and a tap-to-pay debit card.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah, I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Here we go.
Count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
This is incredible.
Watch your local NFL game live all season long.
And he's in for a touchdown.
Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today.
Save big during Labor Day at Lowe's. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, buy more to get up to an additional 20% off. Shop even more savings with 3 Stay Green 1 cubic foot vegetable and flower garden soil bags for $10. This Labor Day, take care of your home for less at Lowe's. We help, you save. Valid through 9/3. Soil offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. Select locations only. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details.
You won't be able to get through the end of baseball season or the entire college football season without Chuck and Chernoff. Weekdays from 2 to 6 on 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
It's great to have you with us tonight alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. Braves and the Phillies scoreless into the bottom of the first inning. Folks, head to 680thefan.com/Diamond Days to register for your chance to be a Brave for a day on the field at Truist Park with Braves alums and Solomon Brothers Jewelers. Solomon Brothers is the preferred jeweler of the Atlanta Braves. It'll be Trey Turner, Kyle Schwarber, and Bryce Harper for the Phillies in the bottom of the first inning, getting their first look at young Hurston Waldrop. Right-hander Waldrop out there for the 6th time this season, 5th time as a starter. First pitch on the way to Trey Turner, in for a called strike. The Atlanta Leather has Matt Olson at first base. Ozzie Albies is at second base. Nick Allen, the shortstop, and Nacho Alvarez over at the hot corner. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Trey Turner. And Turner takes ball outside. Jerks and Profars in left field. Michael Harris patrolling center field. Eli White out there in right. Sean Murphy, the catcher, and the righty Hurston Waldrop on the mound. 1-1 and a ground ball foul outside the bag at third, 1-2. You know, you're talking about Luzardo, Darren, some of the things that he's changed up. Hurston has also made some changes himself.
Yeah, certainly. He's really changed as a pitcher since last season. Last year, he's primarily four-seam split.
1-2 pitch and a lunge and a miss by Turner. Used the splitter for his first strikeout. And that strikeout is our Gas South bringing the heat strikeout. Which I had the read taped to the monitor to my left, which just collapsed all over my scorebook. That's our Gas South bringing the heat strikeout, just like Hurston Waldrop. Gas South is bringing the heat with no deposits, no hidden fees, and simple natural gas plans. The difference is good. I'm bringing the booth down.
Yeah, that tape is bringing the heat. That might be Gorilla Glue tape. Goodness.
1-0 on Schwarber. I've never had that happen in my entire career. Here's a 1-0 pitch on the way. And Schwarber fouls one off. As you were saying with Hurston Waldrop.
Oh, yeah. So he's adding the sinker and the cutter, a little bit more movement on those, more margin for error in the zone. It's allowed him to attack the strike zone this year. Walk rate is way down. He's throwing really tough pitches to lay off of and finding different ways to get to that splitter like he did against Turner. If he gets 2 strikes and the hitter hasn't seen the splitter, it's usually going to be a strikeout.
1-1 to Schwarber. Bounce foul down the right field line. 1-2.
Yeah, just for reference, hitters hitting just a cool 100 against that splitter. 4 for 40 with 4 singles and 22 strikeouts. So it's just a devastating pitch if he can get to it without showing it to the batter multiple times.
And that's the biggest difference in Hurston this year to last year. Check swing. The appeal didn't go, says Lance Barrett. And it's one thing to have a great pitch, but it's not enough in the big leagues. You have to be able to set that pitch up, and that's what was lacking for him last year.
Exactly. Yeah, that four-seam fastball just didn't let him get there.
There's the 2-2 pitch. Chase and a miss. Schwarber strikes out going after the splitter. So the splitter has claimed a couple of victims already, and that's a good start for Waldrop.
Sure is.
We mentioned the way he battled last go-round. That was against the Marlins. Braves won that game. He didn't have a single strikeout in that game.
Not one. And then for a guy who loves striking people out, that was really shocking. But he told me he learned a lot from that last start against the Marlins.
Looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Bryce Harper takes a ball low and in.
He just learned how to battle. He still got through 5 1/3 with no strikeouts, a lot of contact. So he learned how to fight when he doesn't have his best stuff.
1-0 to Harper, and he takes a very vicious hack, swings and fouls back that pitch. Cutter at 93. Waldrop 6'2", 210. Righty from Thomasville, Georgia, 23 years old. Looking very composed out of the gate. That is 1-1 pitch on the way to Bryce Harper. That'll miss outside. 2 balls and a strike. On the season, Waldrop 4-0 and an ERA of .90. 0.90. 5 appearances, 4 starts. Here's the 2-1 pitch on the way. Harper takes a called strike. As I mentioned, the last time we saw Waldrop earlier on this road trip, that was on the 26th in Miami. And while he wasn't a big fan of the fact that he didn't have some of his best stuff, he battled through, gave up just a 1 run in 5 1/3 innings, which is really saying something considering he scattered 8 hits out there and didn't strike out a soul. Pitch misses and a 3-2 count on Harper. Braves have won all 5 of the games that Waldrop has pitched in and hoping for the same tonight. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Harper. Bouncer to second, not a problem. Friendly chest-high hop for Ozzie, sends it over to first base, and down they go 1-2-3. So both pitchers off to good starts. We go to the top of the second, no score.
Hard hit ball to short, scooped up and tossed to second. I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah, I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Lowe's has the Labor Day deals you need to give your home a new look. Buy one, get one free select interior paint via Visa gift card rebate. Then, add the final touch with 2 for $8 on select 2.5 or 3-quart mums. Refresh your home and save big while doing it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 9/3. Mums offer in-store only. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. More terms and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavored?
The Albies, Harris, and White, and this is the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge inning. If the Braves steal a base here in the second, our contestant tonight, Danny York, will win $300 in free marathon gas cards. You can enter the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge by visiting Braves.com/Stolen Base Challenge. So best of luck to Danny York, our contestant in the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge inning. Been a good series for Ozzie, 4 for 11. And looking to light the fire here in the top of the second for the Braves. First pitch to Ozzie. That finds its mark. First pitch sweeper is over for a called strike. Braves looking to avoid being swept in a 4-game series. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ozzie pops one up. Shallow right, giving ground now. Bryce Harper calling off his second baseman Bryson Stott. And in shallow right, about 4 feet inside the foul line, makes the catch. And one down here in the top of the second. The Braves have been swept in a 4-game series once this season. It was the first 4 games of the year in San Diego, starting 0-4 and eventually starting 0-7. They were shut out twice in that series. And before that, to find the last time the Braves were swept in a 4-game series, you'd have to go back to 2018 when the Braves were swept at home by the Rockies in a 4-game series. Doesn't happen often, but the Braves trying to avoid it happening twice in the same season. First pitch is a ball to Michael Harris. Harris 2 for 12 in the series, and he takes a called strike. We've seen his bat cool off a little bit lately, the average at 249. Harris batting 136 over his last 11 games. 1-1 pitch will miss outside, 2 balls and a strike. That's on the heels of a 10-game stretch where he batted .512. So really hot and really cold. 2 balls and a strike, left on left matchup. Luzardo fires. Harris with a bouncer foul at the first base line. And similarly to what we were saying last night, going to be a tough night for these lefty batters against the lefty Luzardo.
Yeah, Luzardo, especially since adding that sweeper we've been talking about, has really upped his game against lefties. They're only batting .188 with no home runs on the season.
2-2 to Harris. Chase and a miss for strike 3. Went with a slider there. How different is his slider versus his sweeper?
So the sweeper is primarily horizontal movement. So you're actively trying to spin it. You're throwing it like a football and trying to spin it sideways. The slider, you're trying to get it to move straight down. You're trying to spin it like a rifle bullet, and that allows gravity. The spin isn't really active. It just makes the ball drop straight down.
First pitch called strike on Eli White. So just breaking in different directions.
Yeah. So slider's going to break down and away a little bit, and the sweepers are going to break mostly just away.
0-1 to Eli. Eli out of his front foot, swinging and missing at that sweeper. 0-2.
And traditionally, that sweeper is mostly used against same-handed batters, but Luzardo's already shown us here that he's going to throw it in on the back foot of righties, and he's putting it right where he wants to at the moment.
0-2, a little bit low, 1-2. So he might use that pitch the same way he could use his slider.
Yeah. Yeah, he's had a pretty good slider, which is why it's surprising to me that he wanted to add another breaking pitch, but certainly was a good decision for him.
1-2 to Eli White. And a ground ball out to short. Gliding left and gloving Trey Turner. Whips it over to first. Eli booking it, but couldn't beat it in time. And down go the Braves 1-2-3 in the top of the second. We go to the bottom of the inning. Still scoreless in Philly.
Fall is here, but it's still hot here in the state of Georgia, which means pests like ants, roaches, and mosquitoes are out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Arrow.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
You can't count on much these days.
No way, Jim. This is incredible.
But you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
Here we go. This time for real.
Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday, all the way through the AFC Championship game.
And he's in for a touchdown.
Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today and count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends.
Give me a 2. Do the do.
Lowe's has the Labor Day deals you need to give your home a new look. Buy one, get one free select interior paint via Visa gift card rebate. Then, add the final touch with 2 for $8 on select 2.5 or 3-quart mums. Refresh your home and save big while doing it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 9/3. Mums offer in-store only. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. More terms and restrictions apply. See Lowes.com/rebates for details.
Right field corner. Last night, it was gusting in. But tonight, the flags out there in dead center look like a still photograph. Not even budging. It'll be Realmuto, Bowman, Marsh for the Phillies here in the bottom of the second inning. Realmuto 1 for 7 in this series, climbing in to get his first look at Hurston Waldrop. Right-hander Waldrop into his windup. Pitch on the way. Missed inside 1-0. We've told you the story before about Waldrop. He excelled in just about every sport he tried when he was in high school. He was particularly good in football and baseball, obviously. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Realmuto, and he swings and misses 1-1. In fact, had Waldrop wanted to pursue football at the college level, he could have. He was an all-state punter and kicker, and also all-state as a pitcher in baseball. 1-1 pitch, and he just missed with a cutter, and a 1-2 count. Started his collegiate career in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, at University of Southern Mississippi. Really good baseball program there in Hattiesburg. Here's the 2-1 pitch and a fly ball towards right. Eli White drifting suddenly back to the warning track, circles off his route, makes the catch. Coming off the bat, it looked like it'd be a routine fly ball, but he suddenly went back to the track. And that was cause for alarm momentarily, but that stays in the ballpark and 1 down.
Yeah, it looked like Eli lost it in the twilight sky here. We have a beautiful sunset right now from our point of view. A lot of beautiful colors, but Eli's view must have been different. There are some gray clouds hanging around. Easy to lose a ball in those.
1 down for Alec Bohm, and he'll take a ball inside. Waldrop eventually transferred to the University of Florida. Took the Gators to the College World Series Championship Series. There's a ball high. 2 balls, no strikes. And then the Braves took him 24th overall in the 2023 draft. Made his debut last year and really looking strong down the stretch here in 2025. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And Bohm with a little bouncer up the third base line and foul. 2-1.
Yeah, we've been talking here the last 2 starts how your rookie season as a starter like Waldrop is a lot of firsts. Last start was indoors in Miami. That was a first for him. First time here tonight in a really tough environment.
2-1 to Bohm, fouled off.
And also tonight's game is televised on ESPN. So as a player, you know that. And I was thinking about that. It's another first for him, but it's actually a good thing he went to Florida, a big school, and went to the College World Series, pitched on TV quite a bit.
That's a good point. 2-2, check swing, Tapper, left side. Allen at short has it. Sends it over to first and squeezed by Olsen. 2 down. Folks, only the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is bold enough to be the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. So even in college, with that platform, you kind of get acclimated to what tonight might feel like.
Yeah, you get a guy from Division III Northwest South Dakota State. He's never pitched in front of the cameras before, been interviewed by Carl Ravitch before the game. He might be a deer in the headlights.
2 down for Brandon Marsh, and Marsh strokes one in the air towards center field. Michael Harris comes in, lunges forward, and makes a knee-high catch. Sprinting to his left and able to run it down, and it's a 1-2-3 bottom of the second. Good defense out there by Michael. We'll go to the top of the third. No score in Philly.
Hey, guys. Want to know a secret? Most of us avoid doctors. We're afraid a simple injury will mean surgery. And that's what I did, hobbling around with a sore back, until my wife said, "Will you please go to Peachtree Orthopedics?" I visited the nearest...
Ooh, Gecko, I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app. Could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Here we go. Count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
This is incredible.
Watch your local NFL game live all season long.
And he's in for a touchdown.
Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Lowe's has the Labor Day deals you need to give your home a new look. Buy one, get one free select interior paint via Visa gift card rebate. Then, add the final touch with 2 for $8 on select 2.5 or 3-quart mums. Refresh your home and save big while doing it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 9/3. Mums offer in-store only. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. More terms and restrictions apply. See Lowes.com/rebates for details.
After an accident, you may have an x-ray that looks normal, but you're still in pain. That's because soft tissue injuries like sprains and tears don't show up on x-rays. And if an insurance company doesn't see it, they may not believe you're hurt.
When they don't take your pain seriously.
See if the bottom of the order can make something happen versus Jesus Luzardo. Luzardo, as we mentioned, 27 years old. He's from Parkland, Florida, but he was actually born in Lima, Peru, and moved to Florida at the age of 1. He's been traded a handful of times. Pitch on the way to Nacho Alvarez, and Nacho swings and pops one up. Foul territory. Harper over to his left, right up against the warning track, makes the catch. Kind of staggered to it, but he had just enough room. And one down here in the 3rd inning. Originally, Luzardo was drafted out of high school, 3rd-round pick, 2016, by the Nationals. He was later traded to the A's. After that, traded to the Marlins, and he actually grew up a big Marlin fan. That was a team that was right there in his backyard, then traded here in the offseason. So a guy that's been passed around a little bit, but a talented arm, and when you see him at his best, you wonder how could anybody ever think about trading him?
Yeah, he struggled some with injuries. Spent most of the year last year on the IL. Only made more than 20 starts once in his career. That was a couple years ago. And just kind of been erratic. And the Phillies saw something they liked, especially after that injury-marred season. To go out and make a trade for him was impressive.
Sean Murphy takes a ball low.
They saw something they thought they could fix. That sweeper has really completed his arsenal, and he's taken it to a whole new level this year.
I wonder if one of the things that they saw in him, here's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Sean Murphy. And Murphy takes the ball inside. You know, you think about trading for a guy like Luzardo in a lot of rotations. He could be your 1, 2, or 3 maybe. He came in as their number 5 guy and takes a lot of pressure off of his shoulders. Here's the 2-0 pitch and a called strike. And I wonder if they felt maybe he would thrive with his stuff a little bit lower in the rotation because you've got guys like Wheeler and Nola and Sanchez and Suarez who can kind of take some of that pressure off. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Murphy with a ground ball to short. Wrapping it in leather, Trey Turner steps and fires 2 down.
Yeah, that certainly helps take some pressure off. You know, not everybody wants to be under the brightest of the lights. The last 2 nights we've been watching Suarez and Sanchez pitch and talking about their poise and how they control their emotions in the moment. I think that's something they're probably working with Luzardo on. His last start, he only went 4 innings because he got ejected by the home plate umpire for arguing balls and strikes.
Nick Allen swings and fouls one back.
You know, he had 4 clean innings, had a tough 5th, and started barking at the umpire, and he got rung. And that's something as a starting pitcher you really just can't do.
Yeah, you derail your bullpen and everything after that. There's a ball low. And it goes into that question that I asked you last night of, can you teach composure? Is that something that you have to be born with? And he's 27 years old, and it feels like it's something that you mature to a better level of and understanding of. 1-1 in for a strike, 1-2.
Yeah. And, you know, this Phillies rotation, probably the best in baseball. What a room to learn from.
Right. No score, top of the 3rd. Neither team has had a base hit. Neither team has had a base runner. 1-2 to Allen. And he strikes out. Swings over the top of that sweeper. So 1 trip to the order for Luzardo. 9 up, 9 down with 3 strikeouts. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. No score.
Want to earn a deal on the entire Toyota lineup at the national sales event? Then do as I say. Great job. You just earned a deal. Get $500 in bonus APR cash on a new 2025 Toyota Tacoma. Offer valid through September 2nd, 2025. Offer entitled.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah. I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag with a Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, Junior Hot and Crispy Fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California and via third-party delivery. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the do.
This Labor Day at Lowe's, shop member-only doorbuster deals for a limited time. Save $50 on an Ego string trimmer, now $169. Plus, get 50% off select Holland pavers. Not a rewards member? Sign up for free today. But hurry, Labor Day doorbuster deals won't last long. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 9/1 while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Life Park, of course. No breeze right now. No score either. It'll be 7-8-9 coming up with the Phillies with Castellanos, Bader, and Stott. Folks, you need all the energy you can get for game day. At Georgia Power, we know that energy costs are an important part of every budget, and we're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference so you can save energy for the game. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy. Alongside Darren O'Day, Ben Ingram here with you. The first pitch, a little bit low and outside of Nick Castellanos. First pitch sinker at 97. Castellanos with big numbers versus the Braves this year. 1-0 pitch a little bit low and outside. He's a .252 hitter for the year, 33-year-old veteran. But he has batted .341 in 11 games versus the Braves this season. Pitch on the way, swung on, missed. Used a cutter that time. Castellanos 0 for 6 in this series, despite those good numbers for the season. 2-1 pitch, sent foul into the seats down the right field line.
You can tell here early, Hurston already has much better stuff than he had in Miami. You know, the bulk of his swings and misses usually come on that split finger. He's already gotten 2 here tonight on that cutter, and it's really darting away from these right-handed hitters late.
2-2 to Castellanos. Missed low, laid back on that splitter. Count runs full on Nick Castellanos. Waldrop at 30 pitches. Here comes number 31. 3-2 is low, and it's a leadoff walk. He laid off the slider. First base runner of the game. That'll bring Harrison Bader up to the plate. Bader's having a good series, 4 for 9. Braves cooled him down a little bit in last night's game. He was 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts yesterday. That was after batting .538 over his previous 9 games. Waldrop goes to work, softly tapped, first base side, knocked down by the pitcher Waldrop, and he can't make a play. Well, it was a bouncer in the triangle between the mound first and the plate. And Waldrop tried to come off the first base side of the mound and reach for it with the glove. Just couldn't squeeze it and rolled across the foul line. And that'll be a base hit.
Yeah, this is the first trouble he's been in thus far. We talked about how this is a hostile environment here and how the poise of pitchers really matter. And so we're going to see here how Hurston handles this. You can hear the stadium. These fans are cranking it up. We got a big old crowd here tonight, probably the biggest one of the series. So it's going to be a challenge for him to calm himself and really focus on what he can control, which is pitching.
But it's such a small margin for error. I mean, you think about The 2-2 pitch that he threw to Castellanos got a check swing. If he goes a little bit further, that's strike 3, and the inning looks different. And then with that little ground ball, he gets an inch closer to it. He probably gets the out at first base. But he's not able to get either of those to go his way, and they're at first and second, no one out. No score. Here's the number 9 hitter, Bryson Stott. First pitch to Stott is a ball low. Stott 3 for 9 in the series. 246 hitter. 27 years old, out of Las Vegas. Left-handed hitter Stott awaits the 1-0. And there's a called strike. Sinker, belt high, count even 1-1. After Stott, it's Turner. So the young Hurston Waldrop hoping to get an out, maybe even 2. Stott will be a tough one to double up, though. 1 ball and 1 strike on him. Waldrop brings it. Stott with a bouncer up the first base line, foul. Topped that sinker and just a little weak dribbler. Looks similar to the one that was put into play just a moment ago by Bader, except this went foul.
Yeah, it did.
These Phillies enter the action tonight with a record of 79-57. A win tonight would push the Phillies to a new season high watermark of 23 games over 500. And really the ground that they lost in that previous series versus the Mets has been regained with their successes versus the Braves and the Mets' failures versus the Marlins. That'll be swung on and got a piece of it. Fouled it right there at the feet of the catcher Murphy at a 1-2 count. Mets lost 5-1 today. They dropped 3 of 4 at home to the Marlins after sweeping the Phillies. Go figure. No score, bottom of the 3rd inning. Runners at first and second, no one out. Waldrop's 1-2, and he gets his man. That time went down and in with a splitter for strike 3. Got the swing and miss. 3rd strikeout for Waldrop and 1 down.
Yeah, I told you that splitter's a good pitch, and then this tells you even more. 25 of his 27 strikeouts now have come on that splitter. So we talk about all the other pitches he throws. They're all good pitches, but they are just a way to get to that splitter with 2 strikes and get yourself a strikeout.
Turner 0-for-1 with a strikeout. Takes ball outside. Last night, Turner and the Phillies had their backs to the wall. Braves had a 1-run lead in the bottom of the 10th. Bases were loaded, 2 down, and a 2-strike count on Turner. And he hit a ground ball through the right side for a base hit that drove in 2 runs and won the game for the Phillies. 1-0 pitch inside, 2-0. And entering the action today, Turner was leading the National League in batting average by the slimmest of margins. I know that Freddie Freeman had at least 1 hit today and got up to 301, at least for a moment. Turner swings and fouls one back. Turner hitting 300. Actually, that dropped to 299 after his strikeout in the first inning. So Turner and Freeman battling it out for the batting title with a month left. And what's interesting about that is if Turner were to win the batting title, he'd be the first Philly since Richie Ashburn in 1958 to win a National League batting crown. That is hard to believe, especially with some of the hitters they've had play here over the years. 2-1 pitch, missed inside, 3-1. By the way, Richie Ashburn that year hit .350. 3 balls and a strike on Trey Turner. Waldrop deals. Pulled foul down the 3rd base line. Bangs into the tarp and a 3-2 count.
Big pitch here, Ben. Yeah, Kyle Schwarber lurking on deck. You really don't want to face him with the bases loaded.
I don't want to face him anywhere.
That's the truth.
Three 2 to Turner. And he swings and barely got a piece of that pitch. Just got a stitch of the splitter. Fouls it off. 3-2.
And that shows you Waldrop's confidence in that pitch. Willing to throw it 3-2 with Kyle Schwarber, lurking on deck. So he certainly believes in that pitch.
Runners at first and second, 1 out. Waldrop deals. Line drive over a leaping Ozzie Albies, a base hit into center field. They're going to hold Castellanos at third, and that will load the bases for Schwarber. Harris came up with lots of momentum, gunning to the plate. Castellanos is not a track star, so they threw up the stop sign, and they are loaded for the leader in RBIs in the league, Kyle Schwarber. And this place loves this guy. And you can't blame him, especially with what they witnessed the other night when he had 4 homers in game 1 of this series. Bases loaded, 1 out. And the pitch on the way to Schwarber. And the first pitch strike. Hurston coming right at him with that first pitch cutter.
That's so important, getting ahead. Now he's in the driver's seat. Fell behind Turner, ended up giving up that hit. It's so important for Waldrop to get ahead early and bring that splitter into play.
From the stretch, the 0-1. Check swing, an appeal, and he did not go according to Lance Barrett. Schwarber's next homer will be his 50th of the year. And he'd be the first Philly to reach 50 since Ryan Howard in 2006. In fact, he's the only Philly to ever do it. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way to Schwarber. And Schwarber pulls one foul down the right field line. Hopefully that 50th home run comes after this series ends. Certainly after this at bat. Schwarber on this homestand, batting .385 with those 4 homers. Struck out back in the first inning. No score, bottom of the third. Bases loaded, 1 down. The 1-2. Check swing. It's in a called third strike. Got the splitter over, and Schwarber goes down looking. And that's the 4th strikeout for Waldrop.
That's a big pitch, man. Beautiful, too. Started it right at Schwarber's right elbow, and it faded back over the strike zone for strike 3. Schwarber likes to swing the bat. You don't see that all that often.
So it's in the hands of Bryce Harper with the bases loaded. First pitch from Waldrop. Big swing and a miss. Cut it loose on that splitter. So Waldrop blitzed through the Phillies in the first and second innings. He's run into trouble here in the third, but trying to get through it. Surrounded by Phillies, but 2 down. 0-1 to Harper. Another swing and miss. Went back to the splitter. Why throw anything else?
I mean, his last start, he didn't have a splitter. I mean, he really struggled with the command of it. It's certainly diving here tonight.
Ahead 0-2, trying to put away Harper and the Phillies. 0-2 pitch. Line drive out to short, taken by Allen, races to the bag, and he beats the incoming baiter for the out. Outstanding job by Hurston Waldrop. He just diffused a bomb there in the bottom of the third, and the Phillies leave them loaded. We go to the top of the 4th inning, no score.
But wait, there's Marco's.
Marco's Pizza and Mike's Hot Honey are...
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah, I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
You can't count on much these days.
No way, Jim. This is incredible.
But you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
Here we go. This time for real.
Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday, all the way through the AFC Championship game.
And he's in for a touchdown.
Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today and count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and FARA.
Tampa.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 biggie bag with a junior bacon cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, junior hot and crispy fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California via third-party delivery. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and
time and the way that he executed pitches in this stadium, that kind of pressure, really good stuff.
Yeah, that was so fun to watch. And, facing Kyle Schwarber with bases loaded, that's kind of like passing a pop quiz. You didn't know it was coming. Really impressive stuff from the young man.
Jerkson Profar to the plate, takes a ball high. So the Phillies left him loaded there in the third. And now the Braves looking to get Luzardo in a little bit of hot water. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Way outside, 2-0. Braves have not forced Luzardo out of the windup yet. 9 up and 9 down. Profar struck out in the first inning, one of 3 strikeouts for Luzardo. And he takes a ball low. 3 balls, no strikes. Over for a strike. Went to his fastball, got it over 3-1. Mentioned that the Braves are trying to avoid being swept in a 4-game series. Last time it happened was the first 4 games of this season in San Diego. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Profar sends one foul. The last time the Braves were swept in a 4-game series against the Phillies, you'd have to go back to July of 2017. Well, it has certainly been a while, and looking to stay away from that tonight. Here's the 3-2 on the way from Luzardo. Bouncer foul on the third base line. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
No runs, no hits for the Braves. No runs, 2 hits for the Phillies. 3-2 fouled back. Final day of August. And regardless of the outcome tonight, Braves will finish with a winning record in the month of August. Only their second winning month all year. April was the other. Luzardo's 38th pitch of the game. Wind up in the 3-2. And Profar with a fly ball to deep center field. Bader backpedaling under it. Has it with a 2-handed squeeze. And one down here in the top of the 4th inning. Yeah, Braves 15-13 this month, and this is also the final time we'll see the Phillies. Braves have gone 4-8 against the Phillies this year. So while the Braves have won the season series against the Mets and the Marlins, they've failed to do that against Philadelphia. Matt Olson takes a ball low.
Yeah, that winning August is a lot of the credit goes to the bats. These guys have been consistently putting up runs, so when they get a good start, you got a great chance to win a game.
Olson takes the ball outside, 2-0.
But, that first game here in Philly was a wash. 4 home runs, you're probably going to lose. The next 2 games, the Braves have hit. They just haven't been able to score.
Right.
And Philly just outlasted them.
Olson takes the ball high, 3-0.
And we know how good this Philly starting rotation is, and they shored up the bullpen here and just outlast the Braves till somebody blinks and Philly gets a run, and that's a loss.
3-0 pitch in for a strike. Yeah, exact same blueprint each of the last 2 nights.
Yeah.
Hitters count for Olson. Left-on-left matchup. Matt with 6 hits in the series. 3-1. He swings and fouls one back. To back your point, Darren, the Braves have scored 146 runs this month. That's by far their best offensive month of the season. You'd have to go back to April's total of 119 to find the previous high.
Wow.
So the offense has been significantly better this month than any other month. 3-2 pitch. Lifted foul into the seats down the left field line. Turn the calendar over to the final month of the season tomorrow. As we'll be with you for a day game in Chicago. Braves and the Cubs tomorrow afternoon from Wrigley. No score, top of the 4th. 3-2 pitch, and Olson swings and misses at a changeup.
I don't think Matt saw that one coming, that changeup. You know, when you're facing Luzardo as a lefty, you're really worried about that sweeper or the fastball up, and executed a little, you know, lefty left changeup there at the bottom of the zone.
11 in a row set down by Luzardo. Ronald Acuna swings and fouls one back. Luzardo, kind of long black hair flipping out of the back of his red cap. Wears the rec specs, those clear lensed glasses. There's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Ronald Acuna. Ronald fouls one off. 0-2. Ronald is due. He's 1 for 11 in the series. 0-2 pitch. Bounced off the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Acuna with the bright yellow accessories tonight, with the batting gloves and the wristbands and sleeve on his left arm and his cleats. Left-hander Luzardo. Red sleeves down to the wrists under his white uniform. Here's the 1-2 pitch from the lefty. And a bouncer, goodness gracious, stabbed by Luzardo. Look what I found. One hot laser right into his glove, and it spun him around. But once he's able to get his balance, goes to first base and gets the out. And the Braves go down 1-2-3 for the 4th inning in a row. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning, no score.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah. I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
You can't count on much these days.
No way, Jim. This is incredible.
But you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
Here we go. This time for real.
Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday, all the way through the AFC Championship game.
And he's in for a touchdown.
Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today and count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you better have a lawyer who understands the traffic rules for big trucks.
And a lawyer who can navigate the hundreds of laws that can complicate your case.
At Farah and Farah, we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 biggie bag with a junior bacon cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, junior hot and crispy fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California via third-party delivery. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
And we're back talking all things connectivity with Spectrum customers Kev and Melissa. So tell us, how long have you been with Spectrum, and how important is a reliable internet connection?
We've been Spectrum customers since we moved 12 years ago. The first thing we did is sign up for Spectrum Internet.
You get a lease, you get Wi-Fi.
Yes,
immediately.
We need that. We had Spectrum Wi-Fi before our couch got here.
That's true. That's a true story.
I'll sleep on the floor, but I won't go to bed with no internet.
You heard it here. Switch to Spectrum now.
Spas making Braves country clean car country all season long. If the Braves pitch a scoreless 4th inning tonight, Tideway will offer half off the best wash membership tomorrow. Learn more at TidewayAutoSpa.com/Braves. JT Realmuto leads off for the Phillies. Phillies sent 6 to the plate in the 3rd, couldn't score, left them loaded. First pitch, a front door curveball for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 to Realmuto. No foul went off, 0-2. We've told you the story about Realmuto before. He was a standout high school quarterback. In fact, he was going to go play collegiately at Oklahoma State, but he was drafted by the Marlins and chose catching. He was also an all-state wrestler, and he has wrestling in his genes. In fact, his grandfather was a national champion wrestler, and he had other family members who wrestled. And Realmuto could do it all, and he's had a really good career and a good catcher. There's the 0-2 pitch on the way to Realmuto. That'll bounce up there, 1-2. Did you have wrestling in your high school in Florida?
We did, yes.
Did you really?
Yeah. You didn't?
We did not.
Huh. It's because you guys in Mississippi, you guys just fight with 2x4s.
1-2 pitch. Lunge and a miss by Real Muto. Got him with a splitter. Yeah, kind of more of a meet you in the parking lot mentality.
You guys didn't have a tussling team?
It was all unofficial. Nothing that was sanctioned by the school. A lot of tussling. One down for Alec Boehm. Alec Boehm is 0-for-1 with a ground out. And Boehm takes the first pitch strike. No runs, no hits for the Braves. No runs, 2 hits for the Phillies. 0-1 from Waldrop. Check swing, he went 0-2.
Well, before we got sidetracked, I did have a comment on that. That Real Muto, that background makes sense because I think he's athletic enough. He could play shortstop or he could play center field. He runs so well. And what a luxury to have a guy, an athlete like that behind the dish every night.
0-2. Boehm takes the ball low.
Yeah, he's not a big lumbering oaf behind the dish. You know, he's an athlete, so that would explain why he has the fastest pop time of any catcher in the league.
Right.
And why he's so good defensively.
1-2 to Boehm. Ground ball to third. Hot shot, but gloved by Nacho Alvarez. And he throws it across the diamond, 2 down. Yeah, Real Muto played a ton of shortstop in high school. Mm-hmm. And you just see the athleticism there. And it just kind of breaks the mold on what you're expecting from a catcher when it comes to that athleticism and that speed. 2 down as Brandon Marsh comes up to the plate. Hurst and Waldrop had a 1-2-3 first and a 1-2-3 second. Looking to get back to that here in the fourth after the bases were loaded in the third. But no one scored. Pitch misses to Marsh. 1 ball and no strikes. Brandon Marsh, left-handed hitter. And Marsh with a towering fly ball to deep right. Eli White to the wall and gone. High arcing home run over the right field wall. And the stalemate is broken here in the fourth inning. It's now 1-0 Phillies on Marsh's 8th home run of the season.
Yeah, there's no let-up in this Phillies lineup. You know, any one of these 9 can take you deep, and that was just a mistake cutter from Waldrop right down Broadway.
Hurston knew it immediately. I think everybody in the ballpark knew it immediately. 2 down for Castellanos. First pitch to him, swung on, turned on, sent foul. Banging off the railing in front of the Braves dugout. 0-1 on Castellanos. For Marsh, now 8 homers and 30 RBIs. Take a ball inside. Home run by Marsh, traveled 372 feet to right field. That'll be fouled off by Castellanos. That would have been a home run in 15 of 30 ballparks. And Marsh hit it in the right ballpark. One-two pitch. Check swing on a pitch down. They appeal. Didn't go, says Brock Ballou. Castellanos done a pretty nice job of laying off that splitter. A few check swings that he didn't commit on. 1-0 Phillies. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. Castellanos walked to lead off the third inning. Waldrop brings it. And a ball outside. The count runs full. .66 pitches for Waldrop. 41 strikes. 4 strikeouts. 1 walk. Wind up in the 3-2. Pulled foul again down the left field line.
Yeah, one consequence of that long inning last inning, 26 pitches, is he had to throw a lot of splitters to these Phillies. And that's the thing I'm most interested to see tonight is how this veteran lineup, if and when they make an adjustment to that splitter.
3-2. Up and in, ball 4.
because I've been talking about how he wants to get to 2 strikes and then throw you that splitter. Well, they know that too, right? And the Braves likely aren't going to the playoffs this season, so this is a great evaluating tool for the Braves for next season. If he can pitch here and maintain composure and fill up the strike zone, you got to like that going into next year.
Got to face Harrison Bader now. Bader with a ground ball to third base. Scooping right next to the bag, Nacho. And he fires over to first base as he was off balance, charging in, and makes a good throw for the out. Well, the home run by Brandon Marsh puts the Phillies on the board. We go to the top of the 5th inning, 1-0 Philadelphia.
Hard hit ball to short, scooped up and tossed to second. Quick turnaround, it's going to be close. Throws it to first, and he's out. Double play.
A Braves double play is a well-oiled machine, just like Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Ooh, Gecko, I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app. Could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
This is a 15-second test message. It's Sunday evening. Your closest location is Washington, D.C. You are using a desktop device. You have heard this message 6 or more times. End of message.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
After an accident, you may have an x-ray that looks normal, but you're still in pain. That's because soft tissue injuries like sprains and tears don't show up on x-rays. And if an insurance company doesn't see it, they may not believe you're hurt.
When they don't take your pain seriously, we fight back. We know doctors who are experts in diagnosing soft tissue injuries. They can help us prove that your pain is real, and we'll seek to get you paid for all of your future medical expenses.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
3 of the previous games have had 40-plus. Last night, 43,462. But tonight, their promotional giveaway is a Phillies cap. It's a white crowned cap with a red bill. And looking around this ballpark, it's like everybody in the ballpark's wearing that cap. Everybody but us, of course. Here comes Ozzie Albies. Pitch on the way from Luzardo, and he rolls one foul over by the Braves dugout. Yeah, white caps all the way around in the stands down there. Night has fallen on Philadelphia. Under the lights here at Citizens Bank Park. Ozzie's 0 for 1 with a pop out. They'll send one foul. This is the second city in a 3-city road trip for the Braves. Braves took 2 of 3 in Miami. And then here in Philadelphia, trying to stay away from a 4-game sweep. 0-2 is high. And then we go to Chicago. And a day game tomorrow. Spencer Strider will be on the mound against the Cubs tomorrow. 1-2 pitch. Ozzie takes a called third strike. That big sweeper came through the back door. Didn't even wipe its shoes off before it came inside. That's dirty.
That sure was. It's borderline unfair. Pitch has a ton of horizontal break, so a right-handed hitter sees it as a ball the whole way until it's strike 3.
5th strikeout for Luzardo. Mike O'Hara's climbing in. He swings and misses at the first pitch. By the way, that series in Chicago, 1 day game and then 2 night games. We have the day game tomorrow and then night games Tuesday and Wednesday. Even on the getaway day, it'll be a night game. 0-1 to Harris. Comes unraveled. Swung on and missed going after the sweeper. Oh, 2 pitch. Low and outside, 1-2. And the Braves will come home to an off day on Thursday and then start up a lengthy homestand at that point. Wind up in the 1-2. Line drive through the right side, and the Braves finally have a base hit. Luzardo was perfect for 4 1/3. 13 up and 13 down, and then finally Michael Harris in a left-on-left matchup solves him.
I was getting a little nervous there. Luzardo looks like he's got all of his stuff working here tonight. That fastball he got recorded the last out of last inning against Ronald was 99. There's just not a lot of left-handed starting pitchers that have 99 in the tank, but made a mistake with that sweeper there.
Here's Eli White. Eli takes the ball inside. Chatting with Snit before the game. We're talking about having Eli in there and all the things that he brings to a team and how he can impact a game. 1-0 to White. Ground ball out to third and foul. And like Snit mentioned, look, Eli's got good wheels, plays good defense. He can go first to third. He can steal the bag, but he's also got some power, as we saw in that Bristol game. Hit 2 home runs in that game. It's 7 homers this season. There's a ball low and inside.
I think the term he used was he brings a lot to the party.
That's right.
Kind of made me giggle a little bit. A little levity from Snit.
Two unfouled back, 2-2. Braves trailing 1-0. We're in the top of the 5th. Solo homer by Brandon Marsh is the only run of this game. By the way, that base hit by Harris came off his bat at 110 miles an hour. So he's at first. 2-2 pitch, and White swings and fouls one back into the screen. This is the only game underway around Major League Baseball. Everything else a final. We'll take a peek at our SIA scoreboard at some point soon. Here's the 2-2 pitch. On the way to Eli White. Now pick off of it at first base. Back in standing, Michael Harris. Like we mentioned earlier, the Mets fell flat on their faces at home in this series against the Marlins, dropping 3 of 4. They lost today 5-1. So they built up some good momentum. 2-2 low and in. Built up some good momentum after sweeping the Phillies and gave it all right back.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, right? This Phillies team, and we've been running through their stats. Everybody in the lineup's hot. Great starting rotation, and the Mets swept them. And then gave it right back, as you said.
3-2. White sends another one foul. You know, it'd be one thing if they had taken on, some other team and lost the series at home. And not to take anything away from the Marlins. They're a much improved team. But I think the Mets view them as the team that they're supposed to beat up on, especially when you have them in your ballpark.
Absolutely.
And the Marlins went in there and decked them. Here's the 3-2 pitch. White with a check swing, fouls one off.
Especially when your payroll is 6 times the size of theirs. And that's just a rough estimate. I haven't done the math yet. But, yes, they certainly are counting on that series to win at least two out of the 3.
Shows you what happens when you can pitch. And they had Alcantara today. The Marlins did. Count still full. There goes the runner. Pick off to first base. And now they got Harris hung up. He's in a pickle between first and second. And they throw it away. Harris back into first base. He went about halfway to second, realized that they had him in the rundown, so he stopped, and they started running him back to first, and the throw back to first went over the head of Harper, went to the railing of the dugout, and back in safely Harris.
That was really well played by Michael. Shifty. Looked like Darren Sproles out there. Probably played a little running back in his life. But, yeah, he used his speed, actually his quickness, very well there. And made it uncomfortable for those Phillies infielders.
His Stott's throw drifted away from Harper. So Michael's still with life. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Time requested. This will be the 9th pitch of the battle between Luzardo and White. Harris a big lead at first base. 3-2, missed low. So the fastball a little bit low. And after the mishap defensively for the Phillies to allow Harris to stay on the bases, a walk to White. And now they're at first and second with a 1 down. First walk allowed by Luzardo. He retired the first 13 batters he faced in the game, but since then a single and a walk. And now Nacho Alvarez with a base hit could tie the game. Alvarez popped one out towards first base in his first trip to the plate. And he takes a first pitch strike. Fastball 96 hit the inside corner.
Yeah, surprisingly, Nacho has struggled against left-handed pitchers this year, hitting almost 100 points less off of them, which is a little bit unorthodox.
0-1 to Nacho. He'll pull one foul. Hits the screen at the end of the Braves dugout. He's going to need a brand new bat. Just snap that one. Another broken bat. Gorilla Glue for the toughest jobs on planet Earth. The official sponsor of broken bats. That's Gorilla Glue.
Now, I did give you those numbers against lefties, but the biggest hit of the night last night for the Braves was Nacho's RBI single in the top of the 10th off of a tough lefty, Matt Strom.
And you'd love to see him put one out there again in this sequence right here. 0-2 from Luzardo. And he swings and misses. Tried to golf that sweeper down and in. So Luzardo strikes out Alvarez. 2 down in the inning, and it's up to Sean Murphy. Well, good news and bad news when it comes to Sean Murphy. We gave you some of those numbers the other night. This season, about a quarter of his homers and a quarter of his RBIs this year have come against the Phillies. Bad news is he's been swinging a very cold bat. Murphy takes a ball low and inside. In fact, Murphy in the month of August is 4 for 51. And it's the lowest average in Major League Baseball amongst qualifying batters this month. Pick off to second and back in with a dive Harris. 1-0 Phillies, top of the 5th. Pitch. Low and inside. For Murphy, his batting average this month is the second lowest single-month batting average in modern franchise history. That's since 1900. Only Bobby Thompson posted a lower mark in September of 1954. There's the 2-0 pitch on the way to Sean Murphy. Murphy takes the ball high. I say all that to say this. He's due for a base hit. I mean, how much longer can it go on?
Yeah, I love your optimism.
.30 pitch. And he swings and fouls one off. Got a fastball in her third.
Certainly didn't get cheated on that swing.
It's good to see him ahead in the count.
Yeah.
He's gone 1 for 10 on this road trip. His one was a single that snapped an 0 for 24 stretch. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Luzardo a glance to second. 3-1 pitch, in for a strike. 97-mile-an-hour fastball in the inside corner against the right-handed hitter. So the count runs full. White at first, Harris at second. They both get a head start. And Luzardo spins around, looking Harris back to second base. Meanwhile, Sean Murphy taps the back corner of the plate with the end of his bat. Now draws the bat back, steadies it behind his right ear. Runners go, 3-2, swung on, miss. Fastball 98. And Murphy's August continues to get colder and colder by the day. Braves strand runners at first and second. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning, 1-0 Phillies.
Have you ever wondered if there was something special you could put on your food to make it even better? There is, and it's called the Original Louisiana Brand Hot Sauce. Perfectly blending zesty peppers, tangy vinegar, and salty salt.
Calling all baseball fans, want to help shape the game you love? Then it's time to step up to the plate because Major League Baseball wants to hear from fans like you. Join MLB's Fans at Bat community and share your thoughts and opinions on topics such as new game rules, in-stadium experiences, and upcoming MLB content. Plus, learn how your feedback helps shape the future of baseball. Raise your voice and show your passion. Sign up today at MLB.com/fansatbat. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive.
A showstopper.
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him.
These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues. Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th-inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Guess who said the following?
I just didn't want to come out. The guys kept fighting. I got to congratulate the Atlanta Braves. What a great series. I mean, they fought us tooth and nail. Perseverance, I guess. I just didn't want to quit, and somehow we figured out a way to win this thing.
That's Jack Morris after outdueling John Smoltz in Game 7 of the 1991 World Series. Catch the next great moment on the MLB app and MLB.com.
The perfect balance to make the food you're eating taste better. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. Bryson Stott over one with a strikeout. Left-handed hitter takes the ball outside. Stott, of course, taking the baseball route, but he's the son of a former quarterback. His dad was the quarterback at UNLV. His mom a cheerleader there. Here's the 1-0 pitch. A looper in the right field for a base hit. And the former UNLV Rebel himself is aboard to lead things off here in the 5th inning with a single. So back to the top of the order to Trey Turner. Turner had a single in the 3rd inning, but he was the force out at second base to end the 3rd inning. That was in that bases loaded jam that Waldrop was in, and pitched his way out of it very impressively. Turner batting .301. It'll send one foul. There's something that's really interesting with Waldrop, and pitchers can be so quirky sometimes. I'm sitting next to one right now. No balls and a strike on Turner. And here it is from Waldrop. That'll be sent foul. It's interesting what you pick up on watching a pitcher pitch after pitch of the things that they repeat. For Waldrop, a lot of times he'll get the throwback from the catcher. He'll take the ball out of the glove, and then he'll take the ball in one hand, glove in the other hand, and pull his hat down from either side. There's the 0-2 pitch on the way to Trey Turner. Oh, it was a close pitch. Just missed the inside corner with a splitter. He doesn't do it every time, but so often he'll have the ball in the right hand, the glove in the left hand, and bring both hands up and just pull down on either side of his cap. Sometimes I wonder if pitchers even know they're doing those things. 1-2 pitch, ground ball to short. Allen has it to Albies. They get one to first, not in time. Not hit all that hard to short. That's also Trey Turner running down the first base line. So a put out goes 6-4 for one down.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if Waldrop knows he's doing that. It's probably just a comfort thing. You see a lot of pitchers touch their hat. You know, you guys will get a dark spot on their hat from where they touch it all the time. Yeah, hey, we're weirdos, man. Who we are. You got to own it.
Well, you know, the funny thing about Waldrop is I've seen him do it before when he's walking off the field. Here's the pitch on the way. Schwarber takes a called strike. You know, it's one thing to tug at the cap or whatever. See, he does it right there. He just missed it. But I've seen him walking off the field after a big out and taking the kind of the palms of his hand to bring the hat down. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Kyle Schwarber. Now pickoff over to first base, back into the dive Turner.
A lot of pitchers' mannerisms, not so much anymore. Used to be involved with where they had their sticky stuff.
Right.
And I always enjoyed putting my detective hat on and watching them and trying to figure out where they had it.
0-1 pitch, miss low.
And a lot of guys, if they do have sticky on their fingers, they don't want to touch anything else. So that would be, I don't think Waldrop's using anything sticky. I don't want to start a rumor here, but that would be an explanation why he's using his the palms to push his hat down.
1-1. Way outside, 2 balls and a strike. You know, you could say the same thing about, I think, about Spencer Strider and how often he tucks in the front of his shirt in between pitches. Throws his pitch, gets the ball back, takes that pitching hand, just kind of slides the fingers right behind the belt buckle, tucking in the shirt, goes right back into it. 2-1 low and in. And it's funny to me how those ticks, if you will, start up.
Yeah. Well, I think Spencer just doesn't want any of the quadzillas to be hidden, so he makes sure that that shirt is securely tucked.
Waldrop shaking off Murphy. 3-1 to Schwarber. And a strike. Schwarber thought it was ball 4. He started to walk up the first baseline, gets called back by Carlos Torres. And Schwarber wants time. It's granted by Torres. 1-0 Phillies, bottom of the 5th inning.
Well, if you got Kyle Schwarber begging for a walk, you're doing something right. You know, he struck him out in his first 2 at-bats. If he's that willing to run to first base and get out of the box, you're going good.
That's a great point. Waldrop ready. Turner runs, pitch on the way, fouled off. It just did touch that splitter to hang alive. A run on 4 hits for the Phillies. No runs, 1 hit for the Braves. Infield plays Schwarber to pull. Nacho Alvarez about 2 acres from third base. Pick off to first base, back into the dive Turner.
Yeah, you mentioned where Nacho's positioned. If Trey Turner does run again and steals the base, Nacho's got a boogie towards third base because Trey Turner certainly knows that base is vacant.
See if Turner runs. He does. 3-2. Swung on, missed. Throw down to second base, and the throw's off the mark for Murphy. So it's a steal by Turner, a strikeout of Schwarber, who's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts.
And a good job by Nacho. Paying attention, going to cover third.
35th steal of the season for Turner. He leads their team as he's 35 of 42 in that department. Bryce Harper's 0 for 2. Ground out and also a fielder's choice to end the 3rd inning. This will be Waldrop's 83rd pitch of the game. And a first pitch splitter low and inside. Harper is 4 for 15 in this series. 0 for his last 6 on the 1-0 pitch. Off the plate, 2 balls, no strikes. Breeze picks up for the first time tonight. Kind of blowing from right center around towards the left field foul pole. Waldrop behind Harper, 2 balls, no strikes. Turner lead at second. 2-0 pitch. Low and in, 3 balls, no strikes. If he can't get Harper, he'll face Romuto. Waldrop has 2 walks in the game. Both of them were to Nick Castellanos. And they'll just intentionally walk Harper.
Yeah, it's interesting. Before, I was just looking at Waldrop's last start, and he was dominating both lefties and righties before that start. But against the Marlins, he gave up 8 hits, and 7 of those hits were against lefties. So, before we thought he was kind of split neutral, but, looking back at that last game, to say, okay, all right, we're going to put the lefty on and take the chance with the righty, even though Hurston's best pitch, that splitter, should work for both-handed batters.
Sean Murphy walks back behind the plate. It's a 1-0 lead for the Phillies, and Hurston Waldrop trying to keep them quiet here in the bottom of the 5th. He's pitched through some tough jams already in this game, and hoping for the same here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So here's Realmuto's 0 for 2 with a fly out and a strikeout. Realmuto swings and misses at a pitch down to the dirt. Showed him a first pitch splitter. Waldrop from the stretch, set right at the tomahawk. Ready with the 0-1. Glance to second, reaches back and deals. Liner fouled on the left field line. That time turned on the splitter, but quickly 0-2. This big crowd getting into it behind Realmuto. And the poised 23-year-old Waldrop set right at the belly. 0-2 to the plate. Check swing. They appeal. He did go strike 3. That time went with a splitter. He fans Realmuto. And again, Waldrop pitches through a tough jam. He's been very impressive tonight. 5 innings, giving up just 1 run. But the Braves have yet to score anything for him. We go to the top of the 6th inning. 1-0 Phillies.
You need all the energy you can get for game day. Luckily at Georgia Power, we know a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit georgiapower.com/myenergy to learn more.
Ooh, Gecko, I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app. Could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and FARA.
Tampa.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag with a Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, Junior Hot and Crispy Fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California via third-party delivery. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
And we're back talking all things connectivity with Spectrum customers Kev and Melissa. So tell us, how long have you been with Spectrum, and how important is a reliable internet connection?
We've been Spectrum customers since we moved 12 years ago. The first thing we did is sign up for Spectrum Internet.
You get a lease, you get it Wi-Fi.
Yes,
immediately.
We need that. We had Spectrum Wi-Fi before our couch got here.
That's 680thefan.com/GA Lottery. Georgia Lottery today could be the day. Best of luck to David Andronica, who can celebrate with a harmonica. Braves hit a homer here in the 6th inning. That was a stupid joke. It'll be 9-1-2 for the Braves. Nick Allen, the batter, and a ball outside, 1-0. Mention everything a final around Major League Baseball. Dodgers walked it off against the Diamondbacks today. 5-4. Will Smith hit a walk-off homer. 1-0 to Allen. Check swing, he went. Reds won 7-4 over the Cardinals as they're hanging in there for the wild card picture. Padres were defeated in Minnesota today 7-2. And Allen with a fly ball to center. Harrison Bader trotting in. He's under it, medium depth center field, makes a two-handed catch and one away. Yankees had won 7 in a row. They lost today in Chicago against the White Sox. And speaking of Chicago, that's our next destination. We'll see the Cubs tomorrow. Cubs lost today in Denver 6-5 to the Rockies. And those scores delivered to you by Saia LTL Freight, the official freight carrier of the Atlanta Braves. 1-0 Phillies, top of the 6th. Jurickson Profar takes a strike. Profar takes another strike. To have a sweeper over.
I don't know about you, Ben, but I had an underwhelming Philly dog today for pregame meal. Trying to get these Braves going, rally dog.
2 fouled back.
And I couldn't be more excited about getting to Chicago and having a Chicago dog.
Thinking about what you ate tonight versus what you're going to eat tomorrow.
Yeah.
Night and day difference.
Yep. You pile a bunch of vegetables on top of your dog and wolf it down.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Off the end of the bat. Tapper out to second. Charging Turner. Gloves and had a hard time getting it out. But does just in time to flip it over to the first base to get the out. And just, or rather a stot I should say. It was just reaching in there. Couldn't find it. And finally flipped it over there for the out. So 2 down in the 6th inning.
First baseman, Matt Olson.
Braves have gone down in order 4 times in the first 5 innings of the game. And now Luzardo looking for another one of those. Olson is 0 for 2. Olson takes a big healthy cut but a miss at a first pitch fastball. He's been 97-98 with his fastball. He had a 99 at one point. Luzardo's heater's been cooking. Sweeper's been really good. Everything in his weaponry has been sharp. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Olson. Olson takes another strike. Quickly 0-2.
Yeah, Matt already has 5 base hits this series against tough lefties. But this lefty Luzardo is a little different. It's a plus breaking ball that he just hasn't had to contend with the last few nights, even though Suarez and Sanchez are very good pitchers. This is just a little different look here tonight.
Luzardo has 7 strikeouts tonight. And his 0-2 pitch. Fouled off by Matt Olson. Into the lower bowl of the stadium, down the third base line. 0-2 on Matt. The one Braves hit was a single by Michael Harris in the 5th inning. Also been a walk. That's been it. 0-2. Blow it outside, 1-2. Well, Luzardo has suffocated the Braves' bats. And this is the startup of the 3rd trip through the order versus Luzardo. 1-2 to Olson. A little bit high with a fastball. Matt's got the average of 270. Thanks to his 6 for 12 performance in this series to this point. We'll send one foul into the seats down the left field line. By the way, that postseason picture, kind of just mentioned some of those scores. Obviously, the Brewers, Phillies, and Dodgers leading the 3 divisions. Currently, the wild cards, Cubs, the number 1 wild card, Padres, the 2, Mets still the 3 by 4 games over the Reds. 2-2 softly tapped out of the mound. Taken on 2 bounces on the grass in front of the mound. Luzardo has it. And a soft underhand toss to the bag for the out. The Braves go down 1-2-3 for the 5th time in 6 innings. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning, 1-0 Phillies.
Puka, Bella, I'm sure you've noticed some changes.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just practicing for when I have to tell the dogs about the twins. Because they'll
be fine in the spacious 3rd row seat.
But the twins
can sleep peacefully thanks to the rear manual sunshade.
And what about the
extra cargo space?
Before you accept an insurance settlement for damage to your car, think about this. An accident stays on your car's history permanently, whether it was repaired or not. And if you try to sell it, a potential buyer can easily look it up and try to offer you less. That's diminished value. That's value you're entitled to. Value we fight for. Put our experience to work for you. Farah and Farah.
Tampa.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag with a Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, Junior Hot and Crispy Fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California via third-party delivery. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
And we're back talking all things connectivity with Spectrum customers Kev and Melissa. So tell us, how long have you been with Spectrum, and how important is a reliable internet connection?
We've been Spectrum customers since we moved 12 years ago. The first thing we did is sign up for Spectrum Internet.
You get a lease, you get it Wi-Fi.
Yes,
Immediately.
we need that. We had Spectrum Wi-Fi before our couch got here.
That's true. That's a true story.
I'll sleep on the floor, but I won't go to bed with no internet.
You heard it here. Switch to Spectrum now.
These are your own old warped windows and doors. This is the Power Company. Want to make it a fair fight? Get energy-efficient custom windows and doors from Renewal by Anderson. Go to Best Windows.
It's game looking very similar to what we saw the last few nights. Game 1 in this series is the outlier when the Phillies scored 19 runs. They hit 7 homers and won 19-4. Everything else has been tight and low scoring since then. Phillies won Game 2 on Friday night 2-1. They won last night over the Braves 3-2 in 10 innings. And they lead 1-0 into the bottom of the 6th inning tonight. Hurston Waldrop into his 6th inning of action. And Hurston's been very good. 88 pitches, 54 strikes. First pitch to Bohm is a ball high. Waldrop with 7 strikeouts, 3 walks. And again, the home run by Brandon Marsh, the only run of the game. 1-0, soft flare down the right field line. Coming on Eli White, he dives. He can't get there, but it's a foul ball. He dove right at the line, and when it was just out of his reach, it bounced on that warning track, just barely foul, and hopped over the sidewall. I mean, just a few specks of dirt outside the chalk. Great effort by Eli.
Yeah, he certainly gave it his best there. Full layout. You hit another foul ball over there, it's going to be hard to tell whether it's fair or foul. The line is completely gone and now on his jersey.
He slid right through that chalk line. 1-1 on Alec Bohm. Big, tall third baseman, 6'5" out of Wichita State. Waiting on the 1-1 pitch from Waldrop. Wind up. Here it is. Low and outside. 2 balls and a strike. Bohm has kept the guys on the left side of the infield busy tonight. Ground out to short to ground out to third. Waldrop's 2-1. That's high. Ball 3. Bohm steadies the bat. 3-1 pitch. Fouled off. Up into the third deck down the first baseline. Napa is a proud partner of your Atlanta Braves. With America's largest network of parts and care, Napa has all the bases covered when it comes to your ride. Right on right matchup. Waldrop versus Bohm. And the payoff pitch. Missed inside. Spun him around with a cutter. And a leadoff walk. That's the 4th walk allowed by Waldrop and the 2nd to lead off an inning. So now he'll face Brandon Marsh. And it was Marsh who rearranged the stitches on that pitch back in the 4th inning for the homer. And now Rick Kranitz, Braves pitching coach, and a former Philly pitching coach, walking out there to chat with Hurston. What do you think about this meeting?
Well, then, before we get into it, you were talking about the pitchers' ticks, the weird things they do. Every time Craney comes out of the dugout, he pulls up his pants multiple times before he hits the baseline. So you're going to have to pay attention next time.
Okay.
This meeting is probably, you know, talking about Marsh, how they want to attack him. You know, he took him deep last time. There was a mistake cutter, kind of middle in, middle up. And just give him a moment to breathe, and likely we'll see somebody in the Braves bullpen get up here. And as I'm looking at you, I see John Brebbia, recent addition to the roster, loosening his right arm. So probably those two things.
And Rick, with his pants pulled up, goes back down the steps of the dugout. That's a funny tick to pick up on. So here's Marsh. Alvarez even with a bag at third in case he drops one down. There's a called strike. One nothing Phillies in the sixth. Marsh, left-handed batter. He swings and misses, 0-2. Did you ever have a pitching coach who was exceptionally slow getting out there to the mound?
I'd say Cranny was probably the slowest.
Okay.
Yeah, he's very deliberate.
Take his time. Oh, 2 pitch. Just missed the inside corner with a splitter.
At the other end of the spectrum, Mike Maddox, still a coach in the major leagues. You give up a hit, the ball would be coming into you, and you turn around, he's already standing on the dirt. Like, did you run out here? Did you get a ride? How'd you get out here so fast?
Took an Uber out there to the mound. There's the 1-2 pitch. And he got him swinging. Splitter claims another victim. So Marsh strikes out. Yeah, he couldn't wait to get out there and get his hand on your shoulder.
That's right. If we're talking about funny ticks, yeah, that was one of them. Yeah, he liked to put his right hand on your shoulder, left hand over his mouth, and talk to you.
It's funny, I remember you saying that. And then when we were in Texas this year, I remember to watch for it. And there was even one time where we got double hands on each shoulder.
Oh, wow. He's got a new trick.
There's a ball outside. I mean, he was really locking eyes with his pitcher. I mean, he was right there in his intimate zone. But, yeah, it's almost like he would hold the shoulder like he needed help with balance, you know, just immediately got there, hand on the shoulder. 1-0 to Castellanos. No swing and miss, 1-1.
Yeah, Darren Oliver was a teammate of mine, my mentor in the game. He was probably 38 and didn't really care at that point in his career, and so he would once in a while dodge the right hand hitting his shoulder, and Mike Maddox would almost fall over.
He just whiffed, huh?
Yep.
1-1 pitch. Fouled back by Castellanos.
And then the rest of us in the dugout would be falling over laughing.
Castellanos has walked twice. And don't you just know in Waldrop's mind, he's like, okay, no more of that. Got to get ahead and put him away. He's gotten ahead. Trying to solve Castellanos. 1-2. Take a hike. Got a splitter over the outside corner, and Castellanos goes down looking. Back-to-back strikeouts for Waldrop. That's now 9 strikeouts. Yeah. That'll be his final bullet fired. So the Braves will be going to Brebbia to face Bader. And here comes Brian Snitker. Terrific performance out of Hurston Waldrop. 9 strikeouts, giving him just the 1 run in 5 2/3 of an inning. And he'll make the play of Hurston Waldrop tonight. Our Truist play of the game, brought to you by Truist. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Leaders in banking, unwavering in care.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight.
Fair and Farah.
Tampa.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 biggie bag with a junior bacon cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, junior hot and crispy fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California and via third-party delivery. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
And we're back talking all things connectivity with Spectrum customers Kev and Melissa. So tell us, how long have you been with Spectrum, and how important is a reliable internet connection?
We've been Spectrum customers since we moved 12 years ago. The first thing we did is sign up for Spectrum Internet.
You get a lease, you get it Wi-Fi.
Yes,
Immediately.
we need that. We had Spectrum Wi-Fi before our couch got here.
That's true. That's a true story.
I'll sleep on the floor, but I won't go to bed with no internet.
You heard it here. Switch to Spectrum now.
These are your own old warped windows and doors. This is the Power Company. Want to make it a fair fight? Get energy-efficient custom windows and doors from Renewal by Anderson. Go to bestwindowsflorida.com. License number CGC 15276.
Batters 0 for 13 on it. Wow. With 9 strikeouts and 4 ground ball outs. So that's pretty darn good. On to relieve him, looking to continue that stellar work. Right-hander John Brebbia. Brebbia was selected to the Major League roster on Friday after Game 1 of this series. In 15 games with AAA Gwinnett, pitching pretty well. He went 1-1 with a 1.89 ERA. So hopefully he packed that game in his bags, keep this game close. Maybe the Braves can make some noise in the top of the next inning.
I know we've been harping on the splitter tonight. It's been such a difference maker in this game. But it's an interesting indicator as to what all of his stuff looked like tonight when that one pitch is on. Here's Harrison Bader. And the first pitch to Bader is a called strike. You detailed earlier, for that pitch to be effective, number one, it has to have the right touch on it. It has to be there for him, but also you have to set it up well.
Yep.
And so if you have a really good splitter like the one he had tonight, that means everything else that he was using to set it up was also equally as good. Pick off over to first base and back into the dive bone.
Yeah, I mean, we're splitting hairs here. I would love for him to have another swing and miss pitch. But that tells you how devastating that splitter is. Philly swung at it 25 times tonight and whiffed 13 times. So, and this isn't a light hitting ball club. This is a veteran burly lineup.
0-1 to Bader. Check swing did not go. Well, and here's the thing about that. He's only 23 years old, and we talked about the development of his stuff this year and how much better he's gotten. Who's to say that this time next year or a few years down the road, he doesn't have another swing and miss pitch?
Yeah, that's a great point.
Brebbia is 1-1. Bader bounces one foul on the third base line.
Yeah, it's certainly his last 5 starts and now his 6th start here tonight have put him in Atlanta's plans here in the near future. And you know, you got to be excited about this test he passed here tonight against this lineup and in this environment especially.
One and two on Harrison Bader. And he swings and misses, tips one into the mid of Sean Murphy for strike 3. So Brebbia climbed the ladder with a fastball, gets his man. That ends the bottom of the 6th inning. Leadoff walk is all the Phillies got. We go to the top of the 7th, 1-0 Phillies.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started...
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
You can't count on much these days.
No way, Jim. This is incredible.
But you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
Here we go. This time for real.
Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday, all the way through the AFC Championship game.
And he's in for a touchdown.
Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today and count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
Before you accept an insurance settlement for damage to your car, think about this. An accident stays on your car's history permanently, whether it was repaired or not. And if you try to sell it, a potential buyer can easily look it up and try to offer you less. That's diminished value. That's value you're entitled to. Value we fight for. Put our experience to work for you. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 biggie bag with a junior bacon cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, junior hot and crispy fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California via third-party delivery. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and
The Braves' bats have been non-existent. They've been hypnotized by this southpaw Jesus Luzardo. And now the Braves trying to break out of the trance with Acuna, Albies, and Harris here in the 7th inning. Luzardo at 89 pitches, 61 strikes. His first pitch to Acuna is in for a high strike. Acuna's 0 for 2 tonight and 1 for 12 in the series. As the Albies on deck, here's the 0-1 pitch. Ronald fouls one off. He's quickly down 0-2. Luzardo, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. Ball outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And really, the Braves haven't been close to scratching across a run against him. They've only had 2 base runners. They came consecutively in the 5th inning with a single and a walk, and they're stranded at first and second. Acuna takes a ball outside. Borderline sweeper that could have gone either way, and this time it goes the Braves' way to level the count at 2. Luzardo, shoulders square to the plate, looks over the top of his glove, and the 2-2 pitch. Misses low and in, 3-2. Luzardo stands out there with his heels about shoulder width apart, facing the plate. 3-2 pitch, and Acuna fouls one off. He'll take his glove and open it, fanning it right in front of his face, and just peering in that slot in between the bill of his cap and the top of his glove. And he likes to work quickly and goes right into it. Again, the 3-2. And Acuna with a high fly ball sent foul. That'll land in the lower bowl of the stadium down the right field line. Here comes pitch number 97 from Luzardo. And Acuna breaks his bat, grounds one up the third base line, gloved by Bohm behind the bag, throws over in time for the out. He had to go get the ball and dodge the barrel of the bat, which helicoptered over his head and landed in left field. That's about as far as you're going to see a broken bat fly. And that's brought to you by Gorilla Glue for the toughest jobs on planet Earth, the official sponsor of Broken Bats.
Yeah, that's a good example of what Luzardo's game has been tonight. He's just been pounding these Braves righties in on their hands with that fastball. That last one was 98. And just being stubborn on the inner half with that four-seamer.
Ozzie takes the first pitch strike. Oh-1. And Ozzie with a big bouncer out to short, taking on the one hop by Turner, throws over, and 2 down. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Braves Radio Network.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
This next pitch will be Luzardo's 100th of the game. 99 pitches, 68 strikes. And the only man with a base hit tonight, Michael Harris, comes to the plate. There's a called strike. If I had told you that Luzardo was pitching in the 7th with just 1 hit allowed, you probably would have guessed it would have come from a right-handed batter. 0-1 to Harris. Big wild swing and a miss. 0-2. Oh, it came from the lefty stick of Michael Harris. But Luzardo trying to get his revenge right here. He's ahead 0-2. Wind up in the 0-2. Low and outside, 1-2.
That hit Michael had was on a mistake sweeper, 2-strike count. Luzardo threw in right on the outer half. Looked like he was trying not to make that same mistake with that last pitch.
1-2 pitch, low and outside, 2-2.
And I say that because he missed outside by over a foot. You know, Michael's an aggressive hitter. That's in the scouting report. He likes to swing. He will expand outside the strike zone.
2-2, line down the left field line. Another hit for Harris. This time a 97-mile-an-hour sinker. And he inside outed it down the left field line. Holds Harris to a single as Marsh got to it quickly. And it's a 2-out hit for the Braves, and that'll bring Eli White to the plate. And Eli White will be facing a different pitcher. That'll be it for Luzardo. Rob Thompson up the steps of the dugout. Phillies manager wearing his blue and red coat, walking out there to the mound. And he'll make the Pennington grass seed call to the bullpen. If you're looking to transform your lawn this year, turn to Pennington Grass Seed, the official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew. Pennington Grass Seed, rooted in Braves country. They roar for Luzardo, who was outstanding this evening on the mound for the Phillies. He tips his cap. Phillies go to the pin. It's a 1-0 Phillies lead here in the 7th.
Go ahead, caller. Got a question for Michael Harris II?
Michael, seriously, is that your Ford Bronco?
Yeah, a customized Bronco Raptor.
What do you like about it?
It's a great drive, comfortable, lots of smart tech, and it's ready for just about any adventure. And I look good.
Ooh, Gecko, I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app. Could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
After an accident, you may have an x-ray that looks normal, but you're still in pain. That's because soft tissue injuries like sprains and tears don't show up on x-rays. And if an insurance company doesn't see it, they may not believe you're hurt.
When they don't take your pain seriously, we fight back. We know doctors who are experts in diagnosing soft tissue injuries. They can help us prove that your pain is real, and we'll seek to get you paid for all of your future medical expenses.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
You can't count on much these days.
Pitched just the 2 hits to Michael allowed and 7 strikeouts. First man out of the gate, the Phillies bullpen is right-hander David Robertson. The 40-year-old still pretty good in his old age. He's 1-0 this season with a 1.23 ERA, just 8 games and 7.1 innings pitched.
Braves call upon pinch hitter Jake Fraley in place of Eli White. First pitch to Fraley, check swing, didn't go 1-0. Fraley has seen Robertson twice in his career, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And Eli White finishes his night 0 for 1 with a ground out and a walk. Lead at first for Harris. 1-0 pitch. Fraley didn't go, 2-0. Laid off a curveball. Fraley with some pop, 6 homers this season. 2-0 from Robertson. And there's a liner in the right field, a base hit. Michael Harris at second, who'll hold there. So the base hit by Fraley as a pinch hitter turns out to be the right call. Runners at first and second, 2 down. That'll bring Nacho Alvarez to the plate. So now the Braves have the tying run in scoring position, but need another 2-out hit. Nacho is 0 for 2, a pop out and a strikeout. And Nacho has seen Robertson once in his career. He is 0 for 1. And that 1 was a couple nights ago. Got him to ground out to second base. Robertson, high Red Sox up to the knees. Comes set right at the letters, a look to second. Righty kicks and fires. Nacho takes a ball low. Trying to strike here against this Phillies bullpen. Luzardo is terrific this evening. This Phillies bullpen has allowed just one unearned run in 10 innings pitched in this series. 1-0 pitch. Nacho takes the ball low and outside. And that was after allowing 11 runs in 9 2/3 innings pitched in their last series versus the Mets. So if there's one thing that they needed to tune up from that series to this one, it was their bullpen. They've certainly done that. Hitters count for Nacho. 2-0. Low and outside. 3 balls, no strikes. If he walks them, they'll be loaded for Sean Murphy. And with Murphy in the throes of an awful slump, you wonder if the Braves would pinch hit for him. We'll just wait and see. Got the righty on the mound, and of course Drake Baldwin, a left-handed hitter. But first, the 3-0 pitch. Here it is from Robertson. And Nacho takes a strike. Bottom of the zone cutter. Rookie Alvarez taps 2 corners of the plate with the end of his bat. Right-handed hitter. Pinwheels the bat, now steadies it. And the 3-1 in for a strike. Went to the low slider. It just dropped into the bottom of the zone. Fraley at first, Harris at second. They'll be on the move. Base hit could tie the game. And the 3-2. Runners go. Punched out to short. Gloved on one bounce by Turner. Sends it over to first for the out. And the Braves come up empty-handed in the top of the 7th. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left aboard. And time now for the 7th inning stretch. That is brought to you by 13 Heroes, a premium line of spirits founded to honor the lives of the 13 service members killed in Afghanistan in 2021. Help turn tragedy into legacy by visiting 13heroes.com.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag with a Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, Junior Hot and Crispy Fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California via third-party delivery. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah. I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and FARA.
Tampa.
And we're back talking all things connectivity with Spectrum customers Kev and Melissa. So tell us, how long have you been with Spectrum and how important is a reliable internet connection?
We've been Spectrum customers since we moved 12 years ago. The first thing we did is sign up for Spectrum Internet.
You get a lease, you get Wi-Fi.
Yes,
immediately.
We need that. We had Spectrum Wi-Fi before our couch got here.
That's true. That's a true story.
I'll sleep on the floor, but I won't go to bed with no internet.
You heard it here. Switch to Spectrum now.
These are your own old warped windows and doors. This is the Power Company. Want to make it a fair fight? Get energy-efficient custom windows and doors from Renewal by Andersen. Go to bestwindowsflorida.com.
License number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang. Today's phrase is ducks on the pond. Do you know what it means? Ducks on the pond. When 2 or 3 runners are on base.
3 ducks on the pond.
Make the right call with Ken Nugent. Ken is based in Georgia. Other big-name legal teams aren't even from this area. Strike 1. Ken gets you your money quick, while other legal teams waste your time. Strike 2. Ken and his team are with you from start to finish. Other legal teams pass you off to a secondary team. Strike 3. 3 strikes. Those other legal teams are out. 1 call to Ken. That's all you need. 404-CALL-KEN.
1 call, that's all.
Labor Day savings are happening right now at the Home Depot. So what are you working on? Prep for fall with our wide selection of cordless power tools that make it easy to clear your lawn starting at $79. And once the leaves are clear, keep your yard looking fresh with colorful mums that bloom all season long. Shop Labor Day savings now through September 3rd, only at the Home Depot. See select stores for details.
I'm Cortland spokespug Cordy. This broadcast of the Atlanta Braves is brought to you by Cortland. Visit Cortland.com to find your new apartment or one of our next-level communities. Go Braves!
Hey everybody, Buck Bellew here. When the Braves don't play at 7, join me for the new Buck Bellew Show here on The Fan, 680 and 93.7, home of the Braves.
Bottom of the 7th, still a 1-0 lead for the Phillies. The only run of the game, the homer by Brandon Marsh in the 4th inning. Still Brevy on the mound for the Braves. Folks, did you know the all-time hot sauce leader in RBIs is the original Louisiana brand hot sauce? Like a double play for your mouth, that's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. Bryson Stott is 1 for 2 with a single. The bushy bearded Brebbia out there for the bottom of the 7th. Face one batter in the 6th. There's a called strike on Stott. Brebbia's got about the bushiest beard you've ever seen. I mean, if 2 pigeons flew out of that thing in the middle of a pitch, it wouldn't shock me. Oh, one from Brebbia. Ball outside. It doesn't look like a bird's nest, that beard?
It does.
1-1 on Bryson Stott. A little bit low and outside.
And he's had that as long as I can remember. I think it's a perma beard. Never comes off.
And it's not trimmed. It goes down onto the neck. Got the neck beard in there with it. There's the 2-1 pitch. That'll be fouled back under us. 2-2 on Bryson Stott. A run on 4 hits for the Phillies. No runs, 3 hits for the Braves. 2-2 from Brebbia. Fouled back into the screen. Little breeze out towards center field. Just a little bit of a breeze out there in those flags. Here's the 2-2. And popped up. Foul territory. Nacho coming over to give it a peek at the railing. Can't get there. It's out of play. Bounces off into the seats. Something that you and I were looking at the other day, talking about the flags, with a little bit of a breeze in them. The 2 largest flagpoles just to the left of the batter's eye, both have an American flag on them. And I got to thinking, how many times do you see a ballpark with 2 American flags hanging side by side? Typically, it's just the one big flagpole with the one American flag. They've got 2 of them. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fouled back again. So we got to asking, and we discovered that when they built this ballpark, this place opened in 2004. That was before the Nationals were in Washington. Prior, of course, they were in Montreal as the Expos. So when they built this ballpark, one of the divisional opponents was a Canadian team. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way from Brebbia. A little liner into left field. Coming in now, Profar makes the catch out at left. Chest high catch and 1 down. And the original plan was to have the American flag on one flagpole and permanently have the Canadian flag on the other flagpole, since the Expos are in the division. Well, since the Expos became the Washington Nationals, there's no team in this division nor league from Canada. So they had to take the Canadian flag down unless they're playing the Blue Jays. And they said, well, let's just put another American flag out there. So that's why they have the 2 American flags flying in this ballpark. Turner sends one foul into the seats down the first base line.
Honestly, I'm surprised they don't have an Eagles flag out there. The way these Philly fans are.
You'll hear them do the Eagles chant during a Phillies game. Turner with a fly ball to right, over to his left. Fraley going back, makes a nice adjustment, and onto the warning track, makes the catch.
And also, I looked up some pictures of Brebbia's beard, and that actually is pretty well trimmed for him. I mean,
you just found a picture where it was significantly longer. That's.
And then he's had a little fun with it too. had braids coming off his chin.
He looks like a character from The Wizard of Oz in that one picture. That'll be it for Brebbia. The Braves make the Pennington grass seed call to the bullpen. If you're looking to transform your lawn this year, turn to Pennington Grass Seed, the official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew. Pennington Grass Seed, rooted in...
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
After an accident, you may have an x-ray that looks normal, but you're still in pain. That's because soft tissue injuries like sprains and tears don't show up on x-rays. And if an insurance company doesn't see it, they may not believe you're hurt.
When they don't take your pain seriously, we fight back. We know doctors who are experts in diagnosing soft tissue injuries. They can help us prove that your pain is real, and we'll seek to get you paid for all of your future medical expenses.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag with a Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, Junior Hot and Crispy Fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like...
For the walk-off win for the Phillies.
Now he has to face Kyle Schwarber. Bases empty, 2 down. First pitch to Schwarber. Takes a big, strong swing and a miss. At the first pitch, fastball from Dylan Dodd. A Brandon Marsh solo homer in the 4th. The only run of this game. 1-0 Phillies, bottom of the 7th. Left on left. Pitch on the way from Dodd, and he hammers one to deep center. Back towards the wall and over the head of Michael Harris. Off the angled wall in left center and bouncing across towards center field. Schwarber's hoofing it over to third base. It's a triple. Out there in left center, they have that angled wall, and if you're listening to our game the other night, we talked about how that angled wall, if a ball bounces off of it, it can create such an angle that it allows for inside the park homers. Well, for Schwarber, it allows him to reach third base, and it's a 2-out triple for Kyle Schwarber. Schwarber at third base, and Bryce Harper looking for some insurance. Now is Schwarber's 14th career triple and his 2nd this year. Harper swings and drives one. Deep right field, Fraley to the track, and he backpedals and makes the catch right in front of the wall. And that keeps Schwarber tied up at third base, and that's where the inning ends. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We played 7. We go to the 8th, 1-0.
Ooh, Gecko, I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app. Could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
This is a 15-second test message. It's Sunday evening. Your closest location is Washington, D.C. You are using a desktop device. You have heard this message 6 or more times. End of message.
Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavors? A little harder. Try the delicious new Starbucks Frappuccino light drinks. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. Start with Starbucks coffee.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar. The better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
Joining us on this episode are real Spectrum customers, Monique and Greg. We hear your family is a big fan of Spectrum.
Family of 4, we have about 18 devices last time I counted.
2 teens require a lot of speed. Everything they do is online.
There's gaming, there's streaming. Spectrum is perfect for us. I mean, it just seamlessly connects all our devices with lightning speed.
Sounds like Spectrum is really committed to keeping you connected.
It's amazing.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and FARA.
Tampa.
David Robertson helped them out by stranding an inherited runner. Now on to pitch. 24-year-old right-hander Orion Kirkering out of the University of South Florida. We saw Kirkering on Friday. He earned his 7th win of the season, working a scoreless eighth with 1 strikeout and 1 hit. That was his 58th appearance of the year. 45 of those have been scoreless.
Vidal Brujan will pinch hit for Sean Murphy. Drake Baldwin is on deck. He'll be pinch hitting for Nick Allen. And the first pitch to Brujan over for a called strike. Saw Brujan in game 2. He went 0 for 2 in that game. And Brujan got a start in game 1, went 0 for 3. Ground ball to the left side, deep in the hole. Turner backhands, off balance throw, and that pulls Harper off the bag. Infield single for Vidal Brujan. That's a good start, and that'll bring Drake Baldwin to the plate.
Nicely done there. Plan's working out. Pinch hit Brujan first. Hopefully he can get on base. 1 big swing by Drake Baldwin here. Braves are winning.
And if they can do that, Darren, that'd be turning the tables on the Phillies, who used that same blueprint for the last 2 games. Scoring some late runs to beat the Braves. Pitch on the way to Baldwin. High and away, 1-0. Baldwin hitting .278. Waiting on the 1-0 pitch. Here it is from Kirkering. And a strike. That time showed him a fastball coming in there at 98.
Kirkering's a tough customer. Upper 90s fastball. Also has a really good sweeper coming in the high 80s.
Tying run at first. Go ahead, run to the plate. 1-0 Phillies in the 8th. 1-1 pitch off the plate. Good eye by Baldwin. 2 balls and a strike. Baldwin 0 for 2 with a strikeout in his career versus Kirkering. 2-1 pitch. Pulled foul. He really turned on that one. Banged off the railing of the Phillies dugout. 2-2 on Drake Baldwin. Drake, a candidate for Rookie of the Year in the National League. Looking for a big moment here in Philly. A little foul went off. Got a piece of it. Fouled it straight down on top of his foot. Bounced away.
Reminder of a little stat we had from last night. Drake Baldwin has gone 31 plate appearances without a strikeout. Just another little nugget to really appreciate how good he is with 2 strikes in the box.
And has that challenge of 2 strikes against him here. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And Drake fouls one back. I think a lot of that is the balance we've talked about before. Such a balance hitter, quick bat. But another part of that is something that you highlighted last night. He's a good bad ball hitter.
He is. He's got the ability to hit the ball hard no matter where it is. Doesn't have to be in the strike zone. He went down below the zone on a Christopher Sanchez changeup last night, and 3-4 inches below the zone.
2-2 pitch. Low and in. That time laid off a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. So now the count runs full. If he walks him, they'll be at first and second for the top of the order. Braves trailing 1-0 in the top of the 8th. No one out. Big lead at first by Brujan. He's going 3-2, low and away, ball 4. And once again, Drake stays away from a strikeout. Got to 2 strikes, but laid off a fastball. And a single by Brujan and a walk by Baldwin put him at first and second for Profar. Here comes Caleb Cotham, pitching coach for the Phillies. So a high-stress situation for Orion Kerkering.
Yeah, talking about that stretch of now 32 at-bats without Drake striking out. When you say 99-mile-an-hour fastball, you think about how little time he has to make a decision with 2 strikes. And so I think Drake's default is, if it's anything close, he's just trying to foul it off. And he does such a good job of that. He did that here a couple times in that at-bat. And then we talked about his hand-eye coordination is elite. So he can hit the ball above the zone, outside the zone, and he can hit it hard. So just another facet of Drake's game that we can appreciate.
Yeah, it's a tough right-hander. Can hit 99, 100. And in a high-pressure moment when the Braves need him to come through, he draws the walk. So now the go-ahead run at first base, tying run at second base for Profar. Profar is 0 for 3 tonight. He's 4 for 17 in the series. First pitch to Profar. Shows bunt, pulls back, that almost hit him. Low it in with a sweeper. They appealed to see if he kept the bat in the zone, and he did not.
That actually went between Profar's legs, inside his back foot.
Pitch to Profar, misses low. That's a shame it didn't just nick him on the heel. Profar's never faced Kerkering. Right-hander, set of the belt, 2-0. Outside, ball 3. Kerkering just hasn't been sharp here in the 8th inning. 3 balls with no strikes on Profar. Patiently waves the bat over the plate. Now steadies it. And the 3-0. And that is ball 4. Missed with a fastball. That'll load him up. And for the Phillies, they can't get Tanner Banks warm quick enough. He's been out there tossing, and that'll be it for Kerkering. All Kerkering did was load the bases with no one out. And the Braves, trailing 1-0, will have Matt Olson to the plate versus Banks as they'll go with a left-on-left matchup. Here comes Rob Thompson. They'll make the Pennington Grass Seed call to the bullpen. And if you're looking to transform your lawn this year, turn to Pennington Grass Seed, the official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew. Pennington Grass Seed, rooted in Braves country. Big moment coming up when we come back.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across the cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right? In the flesh. Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service. Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction. Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food. No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat? Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way. If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair. You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
After an accident, you may have an x-ray that looks normal, but you're still in pain. That's because soft tissue injuries like sprains and tears don't show up on x-rays. And if an insurance company doesn't see it, they may not believe you're hurt.
When they don't take your pain seriously, we fight back. We know doctors who are experts in diagnosing soft tissue injuries. They can help us prove that your pain is real, and we'll seek to get you paid for all of your future medical expenses.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Single by Bruhan, and then back-to-back walks by Baldwin and Profar. Now have the new Philly pitcher, Tanner Banks, surrounded by Braves. Bases juiced. We saw Banks working last night's game. He pitched a scoreless 8th, giving up 1 hit on 15 pitches. And that 1 hit was a single to the man who's digging in the box right now, who Banks is being asked to get out here. So we certainly have some drama here in the 8th inning.
Olson 2 for 5 against Banks in his career. Bases loaded. First pitch to Olson, and he just missed hitting him. Came inside with a sinker. 1 ball and no strikes. Orion Kerkering loads the bases with a single and 2 walks. And now Olson trying to unload them and give the Braves the lead. 1-0 to Olson. A strike. Looked low. Olson argues with home plate umpire Carlos Torres. It was a slider low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Right fielder Castellanos playing deep. Olson awaits the 1-1. Here it comes. And there is ball 2. That actually looked like a better pitch than the strike 1 pitch. 2 balls and a strike on Olson. He's trying to attack him at the bottom of the zone. 2-1. Fouled back. 2-2. Braves have Profar at first, Baldwin at second, Brujan at third. Olson takes a breath, climbs back into the batter's box, looking at a 2-2 count. Meanwhile, Ronald Acuna is in the on-deck circle. 2-2, big chopper, right side. Stott has it, has 1 play, throws to first. That's in time for the out, and the game's tied. Big chopper on the infield, and Olson has the RBI, his 77th of the year, and it's a 1-1 game with runners at second and third for Acuna.
Yeah, we're hoping for maybe a ball in the gap, but we will settle for that. Just 1 out. If you trade 2 outs for a run, you're not real happy about it, but just 1. It's a good start.
So Brujan scores. Acuna takes the first pitch strike. Infield is in on the right side, halfway in on the left side. We mentioned that Acuna's due. He's 1 for 13 in the series. 0-1 pitch. Missed high, 1 ball and 1 strike. A base hit gives the Braves the lead. It could give the Braves a 2-run lead. 1-1 pitch. He swings and fouls one back, 1-2. After Acuna, it would be Albies. Acuna 0 for 2 in his career versus Banks. Southpaw brings the 1-2. And a called third strike. Right at the top of the zone with a slider. Toronto knew it. Makes a U-turn. And it'll be up to Ozzie Albies here in the 8th. Really cold series in Philly for Ronald. Meanwhile, Ozzie Albies has 4 hits in the series. They'll intentionally put him on. And that will load the bases for Michael Harris. So they'll go left on left with Banks and Harris. But Harris has been swinging the bat against some of these tough lefties that the Phillies have, including 2 hits tonight versus Jesus Luzardo. You'd love for Michael to do here what he did in the 7th inning. And that base hit down the left field line. Game is tied at 1 in the top of the 8th. Sacks packed full of Braves and 2 down. First pitch to Harris. Low and inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Braves need a big moment. They haven't had a good moment since they touched down here in Philly. In need of one here. Pitch on the way to Harris. A strike on the inside corner. Count even at 1 on Harris. Slightly open stance in the left-hand batter's box. 1-1 pitch. Big bouncer to short. Glove by Turner. Steps on second. They get the force out of Albies. That is the top of the 8th. So the Braves had them loaded with no one out. They pick up just the 1 run. So they've tied the game. We go to the bottom of the 8th, tied at 1.
Attention, Braves fans. We have a major announcement. Tire Discounters is...
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right? In the flesh. Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends. Give me a 2.
Do the do.
After an accident, you may have an x-ray that looks normal, but you're still in pain. That's because soft tissue injuries like sprains and tears don't show up on x-rays. And if an insurance company doesn't see it, they may not believe you're hurt.
When they don't take your pain seriously, we fight back. We know doctors who are experts in diagnosing soft tissue injuries. They can help us prove that your pain is real, and we'll seek to get you paid for all of your future medical expenses.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 biggie bag with a junior bacon cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, junior hot and crispy fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California via third-party delivery. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
No. On to pitch for the Braves in the bottom of the 8th, right-hander Tyler Kinley. We saw Kinley in last night's game pitched a perfect inning with 2 strikeouts, striking out JT Realmuto and Alec Bohm. Looking to repeat that performance here, as those will be the first 2 hitters he faces here.
And he faces them in the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. And if Kinley can strike out the side here in the 8th, our contestant Stephanie Oman will be the lucky winner of a brand new Yanmar utility terrain vehicle. Here's Kinley's first pitch to JT Realmuto. First pitch in there for a strike. Enter all season long at Braves.com/Yanmar. That'll get you your chance to win a Yanmar UTV and to be entered for a grand prize drawing at season's end. Yanmar, built together, back longer. 1-1 game, bottom of the 8th. And Realmuto takes a called strike. Suddenly nothing in 2 on him. A Brandon Marsh homer for the Phillies way back in the 4th gave them a 1-0 lead. And the Braves tied it in the top of this inning on the ground out by Olsen. Kinley's 0-2. Softly tapped foul down the right field line. Just reached out for that slider and barely got a piece of it. Low scoring affair, just like we've seen the last 2 games. Oh, 2. Low and outside. Braves have really struggled this season in 1-run games. In fact, they are 19-31 in 1-run games. That was after losing another 1-run affair in extra innings last night. Kinley's 1-2. Realmuto, the fly ball towards left. A little bit of carry to it, but under it. And left center is Profar, 1 down. Yeah, the Braves' 19-31 record in 1-run games this year is the worst record in the National League. And better than just the White Sox across Major League Baseball. The White Sox are 9-30 in 1-run games this year. And the Braves' 31 losses by 1 run this year are the most losses in all of baseball in 1-run games. Alec Bohm, the batter, bases empty. And Bohm swings and misses. Also losing 3-2 last night, the Braves fell to 5-51 this season when scoring no more than 3 runs in a game. It's a 1-1 game here in the 8th. 0-1, and Bohm takes a slider outside. Kinley's 1-1. Bohm takes a strike.
Boy, this Kinley slider is pretty nasty. You know, it says he's only throwing it about 63% of the time. I'd peg that at 80 to 85% as a Brave. He's really leaning on it with good results.
Had a good one in this series. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That'll be sent foul. You think that's him going from one organization to another and then evaluating his stuff and saying, look, we want more slider usage?
Yes, and coming down from altitude. You know, he's probably getting more break on it. It's got a new toy.
Yeah.
You know, he wants to play with it.
Trying to strike out Bohm. Here's his 1-2 pitch. And Bohm with a fly ball to center. Lazy fly ball that way. Harris camps out underneath it. He has it for the out, 2 away. Braves in the 9th will have Fraley, Alvarez, and Brujan due up. In fact, Brujan remained in the game at shortstop, and Baldwin remained in the game behind the plate. Two outs for Brandon Marsh. Phillies have gone down in order twice in the game. First inning and the second inning. They've had traffic every other inning since then. Kenley back to work and a first pitch strike on Marsh. Brandon Marsh, the Georgia native, stung the Braves earlier with that homer. And the 0-1 pitch. Up and in, 1 ball, 1 strike. Marsh out of Buford. Helped him win a state championship in football. He was a standout receiver and also a stellar basketball player as well as baseball player. 1-1 fouled back, 1-2. He looks like he'd be a favorite target on the football field, doesn't he?
I don't know how he get his chin strap to stay on his chin with that beard.
I bet he didn't have that back then. 1-2 on Brandon Marsh. Kenley taking his time. Now the 1-2. And he strikes out Marsh looking. Slider at the top of the zone. And it's a 1-2-3-8 composed by Kenley. So we played 8. Absolutely nothing has been decided. We go to the 9th inning tied at 1.
When the game's on the line, making the right call can be the difference between winning or losing.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you, the Gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
You to start your workday in the locker room weekdays from 6 to 10 on 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
We still have a stalemate on the scoreboard, 1-1. As we go into the top of the 9th, Braves looking to get their nose out in front here against a new pitcher, the big lefty, Jose Alvarado. When I say big, I mean big, 6'2", 245. Seems like he's been in Philly forever, but it's only been the last 5 years. Braves very familiar with him. He last worked on Tuesday against the Mets, striking out 2 in a scoreless 8th. That was his 4th appearance since being reinstated from the restricted list on August 19th. Served an 80-game suspension for violating MLB's joint drug policy. So he's back, and he's bigger than ever.
Member of the Clean Plate Club?
You bet.
He's a spread buster. Here's Jake Fraley to leave it off. And Fraley been on once, been at the plate once, takes a strike. Came on a pinch hit in the 7th inning. Had a single that inning. And remained in the game in right field. So a left-on-left matchup. Alvarado versus Fraley. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fraley takes the ball high. Alvarado's 1-1. Broken bat, Tapper, back past the mound, charging Turner, exchanges and fires, not in time. That took a piece of Alvarado as it bounced back up the middle. He broke his bat, and I think Alvarado got a piece of it, slowed it down just enough, and Turner could make the play. And a leadoff single, and that broken bat brought to you by Gorilla Glue for the toughest jobs on planet Earth, the official sponsor of Broken Bats.
Yeah, that was a pretty convincingly broken bat there. Jose Alvarado possesses a high 90s sinker, 99.2 on that. Probably one of the hardest left-handed sinkers in the league. Also a mid-90s cutter.
Nacho shows bunt, bunts it up the first base line. Harper has it, has one play, that's at first. That was bunted pretty hard, so much so that it looked like for a moment Harper might think of going to second. But he decided to play it safe, got the out at first, and the sac bunt by Nacho puts Fraley down at second.
Number 17, shortstop, Brujan.
Well, the Braves called upon Brujan and Baldwin to pinch hit in the 8th inning. They both reached. And now can someone deliver a clutch base hit to give the Braves the lead for the first time tonight? Here's Brujan batting from the right side against the lefty Alvarado. First pitch to him, he swings and misses at a first pitch cutter. Remember, it was Brujan who was batting from the right side against Miami earlier this road trip, who roped the ball off the left field wall in Miami for a big base hit. 0-1 to Brujan. He swings and misses there over the top of another cutter. Quickly 0-2 on Brujan. Vidal Brujan, a .240 hitter. Alvarado deals. Brujan swings and misses. Well, 3 cutters. That solves Brujan. He went after all 3 of them.
Yeah, that cutter changed Alvarado's career. Before then, he couldn't throw a lot of strikes, didn't have a breaking ball. That cutter allows him to be in the strike zone, and it's just nasty. It's 93 to 95 with late life.
Now left on left versus Baldwin, who has never faced Jose Alvarado. Need a base hit. Pitch on the way, and a fly ball to left field. Has some carry to it. March to the wall. Look it up. It's gone! Drake Baldwin just cracked the fire out of that thing to left field. It's a 2-run homer, and the Braves take a 3-1 lead in the 9th in Philly. What a rookie campaign for Drake Baldwin. That is his 15th homer of the year, and it comes in a huge moment for the Braves.
Yeah, we've been talking about how we're waiting for that big moment in this Braves offense, thinking it was going to be Ronald or Matt Olson, and nope, it's Drake Baldwin, the rookie lefty again.
Braves with the lead. There's a ball low to Jurickson Profar, and with that, Raisel Iglesias is up and tossing in the Braves bullpen. And he'll be facing 7, 8, and 9 in the bottom of the inning. Braves on top 3-1. Pitch on the way to Profar, and there's a called strike. That's the first homer of the night for the Braves, meaning you'll save at least $75 on a set of select tires tomorrow only, plus a free alignment and a free oil change. Visit Braves.TireDiscounters.com to learn more. 1-1 pitch. Profar takes the ball up and in. Had him spinning out of the way. Drake Baldwin has cast a hush on this ballpark. A huge 2-run homer for the Braves in the 9th. And the 2-1, Profar swinging out of his shoes at that cutter. Missed every stitch of it. Homer by Baldwin, traveled 368 feet. Came off his bat at 101 miles an hour. 2-2 low and in.
And to go opposite field against Alvarado, this tough lefty throwing 100, is beyond impressive.
3-2 to Profar. And he'll swing and miss at strike 3. But the Braves rookie, Drake Baldwin, deals the biggest blow of the game. A 2-run homer at the top of the 9th, and the Braves will hand that 2-run lead to Raisel Iglesias. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning with the Braves leading 3-1.
What's the best kind of money? Well, how about instant money? With Quick Win's Instant 50 promotion, you can win a progressive jackpot instantly and win $50 instantly just for playing. Now
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Life doesn't stop after you've been involved in a car accident. You've got things to do and places to be. If your car is damaged, call Farah and Farah anytime, 7 days a week. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 biggie bag with a junior bacon cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, junior hot and crispy fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever.
Napa are the pros that know how to keep you moving at full speed.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Atlanta Braves and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Atlanta Braves.
Hey, Braves fans, don't get tricked into following the baseball season or the Atlanta sports scene anywhere else. Listen to Cellini and Domino weekdays 10 to 2 on 680 The Fan.
Braves 3, Phillies 1 as we head into the last frame here in Philly. Drake Baldwin's improbable 2-run homer in the top of the inning gives the Braves closer Raisel Iglesias a lead and a save opportunity. He is 22 for 27 in such opportunities. Over his last 33 games, been dominant, lowered his season ERA by almost 3 points over that span, working here in Philly for the second consecutive night. Thankfully, working for a save here.
Nick Castellanos is the batter. He is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and 2 walks. First pitch he sees is a ball low and outside. How about 2 rookies in this game tonight for the Braves? Hurston Waldrop on the mound and Drake Baldwin with that big home run in the top of the inning. 1-0 to Castellanos. Called strike 1-1. 2 rookies coming into this environment and having this type of performance. 1-1 pitch. Fouled off 1-2.
Yeah, there's a lot to be excited about. Tonight's a great example here.
Bottom of the ninth, 3-1 Braves. 1-2 to Castellanos. He hangs alive, fouling one back. There's a fastball, 97. Like we were discussing last night, Iglesias used just 8 pitches. And we were surprised when he wasn't back out there the next inning. There's the 1-2 pitch on the way to Castellanos. Take a hike. Went chasing a high fastball. Missed every stitch of it, 1 down.
Yeah. Raisel dropped his arm slot there. He loves to mess with hitters. A little bit of extra deception. Castellanos thought for sure he was getting a slider or changeup. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
1 out for Harrison Bader. Bader 1 for 3 with a single. Iglesias goes to work. First pitch fired over for a called strike. Iglesias, quick worker, steps and brings the 0-1. Bader sends one foul, 0-2. Bader is a guy who's had success versus Iglesias, 3 for 9. The most success that they have in batters against him, Harper and Turner. Hopefully we won't have to see them till next spring. 0-2 and a fly ball to center. No problem for Michael Harris. Trotting in. He's got it. 2 down. So now it's Bryson Stott to the plate. Stott is 4 for 13 with 3 doubles in his career versus Iglesias. And he's trying to keep it alive and bring the tying run and Trey Turner to the plate. Braves with a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the ninth. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch to Stott. In for a strike. Love the way that Iglesias has been on the attack with that fastball. He's been 96, 97 and consistently getting ahead. 9 pitches, 8 strikes. A 1 to Stott. Strike two. And he's not messing around, is he?
He can't wait to get to Chicago. He's pitching like he's in a hurry. He might be a little peckish. Can't wait to eat post-game, man. He's working fast.
Got him down to the last swing. 0-2. Goodbye. Braves win. Stott swings and misses. Iglesias came out in the ninth inning, just dropped the hammer on those three batters, and the Braves avoid being swept. And they win here in Philadelphia by a score of 3-1. And the hero tonight, Drake Baldwin, the two-run home run in the ninth inning that gave the Braves the lead, and they win by that same score. Again, the final, Braves 3, Phillies 1. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game, live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
Phillies go down 1-2-3 in the ninth. Braves win it 3-1. Back with the totals after this.
Hope. It's more than a word. It's a breakthrough in the making. At City of Hope, we're pushing the boundaries of science, targeting cancer at the molecular level, with teams of experts working together to personalize a treatment plan right down to your DNA, with